Thunder Grunt.
John.
We're here because we want to talk about Justice League 2 weeks after it came out. And Huey's not here. Oh, no!
No!
You demanded it, Internet, and now you have it.
That's
Three
right.
white guys' opinion of Justice League.
It's not
Where is
doing
it now?
well.
It's not doing
It
great.
made less than its projected value, and apparently it almost cost, including marketing, $400 million altogether.
I think our review is going to swoop in and save the fucking day, guys.
Right. You guys saw the press screening, which I had to miss.
Unfortunately.
I saw
Sucked
like 4 days after.
Yeah, sucked all the fun right out of it.
Well, me not being there.
That was it. That was the only
Well, I was the only one that would have had any like excitement.
I know, and it ruined any
And I really
excitement I
didn't
might have
have
had for it.
excitement for it. I just was like, oh, there's like 5 things I cared about. It's like dogs and bones. It's just like, just give me this. I'll just take anything. Just touch me here.
I think
Just
you
on the
got
nipple.
somewhat of what you wanted, right? You got your Superman moments.
I got it. Yes, but I don't really want to sit through that movie again, and that's the problem.
Yeah, but the press screening, man, you kind of could have got to hear such great moments like when Deathstroke was revealed and everybody cheered.
Everyone
Half of the
cheered.
audience's
I did
moms asked why they were cheering.
Right. Like I saw it in the morning and it was like 5 people in the theater. So like there's no of that press screening excitement. So when shit happened, it was just like, oh, you know what I mean? Like
Sure.
when there's not a crowd there, you don't even get to experience anything that's remotely positive.
It was one of those times where I was just genuinely surprised by anyone's reaction to it. And I was a little angry when they were like cheering at Deathstroke. I'm like, 2 random people with no story at all just appear and say, like, the bizarre idiot dialogue. And people are cheering, ready for the next one.
They're cheering for the movie that they see in their mind.
This leaves a lot to the imagination.
We did that for Thanos, though. I mean, we did that before. But the point is Deathstroke's Deathstroke. He's not Thanos. I'd much rather cheer at the first tag, which was like...
We're getting way ahead of ourselves, by the way.
Oh, we're not going to recount this
beginning.
fucking movie. I couldn't recount this movie.
Dude, I genuinely am
Don't
concerned
remember
about
what
this
happened,
episode.
yeah.
Because I don't remember.
Justice League, a series of things that happen.
I watched the trailer and I'm like, none of this is even in the movie. This isn't helping at all.
Yeah.
I don't think we need to bother with recounting the story of the production of this movie. You know, Zack Snyder started it. He quit because of his daughter committing suicide, which is awful.
Horrible.
And then Joss Whedon came in, and because of it, the movie is 2 different things smushed together and 2 not finished things smushed together.
Yeah.
There's a lot of fanboys on the internet that started petitions to try to see the full, like, Zack Snyder version, which part of me, like, as a film fan...
It doesn't exist.
I'd rather see but I'd rather see, like, a full vision than it'd be half a thing that I probably would like more. Like, yeah, I'd probably like a Joss Whedon movie more.
Mm-hmm. But that's what a lot of these movies have been lacking. Look at Suicide Squad. It was put together in an editing bay.
This and Suicide Squad have so much in common. They're not movies.
They drew the villain. Like they didn't know who it was going to be or something when they shot it.
Yeah.
This movie felt like you had a sandwich made at your divorced dad's house. And the dad hates your mom and thinks the sandwich is for your mom.
Yeah.
So he put a lot of dark, terrible shit in that sandwich. And then you got over to your mom's house and she built the rest of the sandwich, which is for you. And then they smushed them together and then you had to fucking eat it. And that's what it felt like. It's half hate.
And you have to eat it
what
in a room with
fuck?
no TV.
You do
can't
realize
watch
movies
TV.
are not made by your parents, right?
Yeah, right.
I'm just saying, that's what it felt like, guys.
Joss Whedon
If anything, I prefer a movie to be whole.
Sure.
You know, like the scene where Superman comes back and the way it's shot and everything, it's shot like during the day. It looks like an Avengers scene.
It does.
And it's just like, this doesn't even fit in the movie whatsoever. It's a different person.
When he picked up Batman, did the mind-numbingly shit dick line that they decided to bring back, and he tossed him when he saw Lois Lane.
I almost
People
appreciated
laughed.
It. I almost appreciated
People fucking
it, though.
laughed.
I appreciated that line, though.
He fucking drops him.
But-
probably kills him. He's 50 feet up. I'm like, well, Batman's dead.
Yeah, but no,
That's
it's
all
not
it takes.
Yeah.
But I'm like, people laughed. I'm like, oh, well, this is not Zack Snyder's movie anymore, is it?
The thing I legitimately liked in the scene where Superman was resurrected, the Flash is running around him, and Clark actually looks at him.
Yeah.
And the Flash, like, for the first time
Googly eyes on
ever,
him.
realizes someone can actually see him running. I was like,
yeah.
But
That's
that's
great.
a clever moment that's really Joss Whedon-esque. Snyder would never have done that.
No. Yeah, I mean,
not
the
a movie. It's not a movie. It's not finished.
It's not a movie. It's a series of sort of half-baked ideas that plot along that were Band-Aids over what was apparently supposed to be something that was twice as long. Clearly, there was something up with Superman where he was supposed to be evil for a whole movie and then be redeemed in the next one, which was...
Or
I'd
you
rather
could
see that through than just be like, now he's good. Right? It seemed
like just...
A lot of this seemed very important to somebody.
Somebody really thought this was necessary. So go ahead, finish it. And
But
now
it's over now.
Yeah, it's over. It'll never be finished, so...
This is yet another springboard to maybe one day a movie that might be good that you might want to see.
Do you
Dude, at this point, I'm like, just stop making these entirely and just think about what a good movie is.
I mean...
It's not a 90-minute setup to something you might see one day.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It's like if you don't like the portrayals of your own characters, just stop.
Yeah,
you don't
like-
need to spend a movie fixing it. Just stop.
If you don't like Batman,
Take a year off and
what
then
made
just do it
Batman?
again.
Why do people like Batman for 70 years? Not because he was a fucking murdering asshole.
It was just in the 40s.
Or in this movie, Ben Affleck is just like, I don't even know what Batman was in this movie. He was just like,
He's a quippy fucking...
I don't even know if he was quippy. He was just kind of like.
He's quippy, man. He's got fucking jokes in his back pocket for every moment.
There's
in
two
this
things
goddamn
he said
movie.
that I really liked. It was
He's a billionaire wino that drinks with his butler and builds robot tanks.
I
Build
liked
spider tanks.
I like the thing he said about Superman being in this world. I liked that. That was a good moment in an otherwise horrible movie.
We don't need to tag that with.
Yes,
we know what we're talking
You want
about.
to do the short
We're
list
10 minutes
of
in.
the things we
I
like?
think we should talk about the things we like because everyone has
Sure.
already said everything they hate.
Sure.
And we could sit here and bash it.
That's a
Well,
death.
we could bash Suicide
Whatever.
Squad like we saw in the Suicide
Yeah,
Squad.
yeah.
It's not a movie. It's easy. It's an easy target. It's
Sure.
the fruit is just like right above our heads.
Slapping
the
us in the
juices
face.
flow down upon us. It's so easy.
Sure.
What do we like? Go ahead,
we
John.
like?
What do you like? And we all know what I like.
What
What do you like?
about the Justice
Yeah,
League?
say what did the get moments? You don't have to say the whole
I
thing.
think it put them in a position where if someone was really smart, they could fix this. Like they could fix this and make a viable universe out of it. With a good Superman, with a Batman on his way out.
I more meant content of the movie, but okay.
Yeah. The one thing that I love about all these movies is Diane Lane. Because she knows that she's given nothing to do. So she does the most unhinged, little tiny performance things that I love. And that fucking scene where she's talking to Lois
Yeah.
and she's just like, maybe you need to get some dick in your life. That was fucking funny.
Yeah.
Because it didn't make any sense.
You don't think she adds some heart though, or
no,
there
she's
is
just
none?
like, no, she's
a good actress,
she's
man.
a good actress in a
Mhm.
shitty part.
She is, but I think she adds warmth where there is none almost, you know?
She's almost like a lifeguard. She's just like, oh, there's some emotions. I got to be over there to help out.
She's Rosemary Harris in Spider-Man.
It's weird because like
Which is nice.
they keep coming back to her because like it kind of knows it has no heart.
What do you mean? What about the Russian family that we spend an hour with
Oh, man.
hiding from something in
What
a
we
house?
like. We're talking about what we like.
When did
We're
Josh
trying
Whedon-
here,
Trying to find
okay?
the heart of this
What-
goddamn movie.
I know.
When did Josh Whedon fall in love with Eastern European poverty?
Man.
Like this is Sokovia.
four
Like what
movies
the
in.
fuck is
Yeah, like-
happening?
He's
An
gonna put out like a
apartment in
Criterion collection, his
Sokovia.
tetralogy of Sokovian films.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, I was
Their
thinking
bug spray
Ultron.
looks like ours.
I wonder if that was him or if this was already there. You know
There's
what I
no
mean?
fucking way. Why would I need to believe that the Justice League come together to save 5 people in the middle of nowhere who live willingly next to a nuclear reactor? Is that where we are?
This movie,
Rex, say something you like, quick.
Man,
something you like.
the moment in the third act when Superman's carrying the building full of people around and Flash is like, I saved 2 people. And he's like, oh, okay.
Well, it was
And he
nice
has
to
to, like,
see-
go back. It was nice. It reminded me of like the Justice League Unlimited where stuff can just They can just be, they can operate as superheroes and just be in a situation.
First time in all these movies you've seen Superman actually seem to care about
People.
Collateral damage
Yeah.
of human life. Like, he really hasn't yet.
Right.
And that was like the first time you actually see that.
Well,
So
the
that's
movie
nice.
spends the whole
Yeah.
time pretending like a different Superman existed in the previous 2 movies and spends all its time trying to make us believe that the entire world in unison misses him when every minute of every movie up until this point has been, what if Superman goes rogue and kills the president in the White House? Which was one movie ago.
I kind of wish that this movie thought the other movies existed. Because I was like, they keep talking about all this earned shit between Batman and Superman. I'm like, where was all this stuff you're talking about happening?
Batman was a myth for the entirety of his career.
Right. I just don't understand, where did they earn all this stuff? And Superman was this beacon of hope. And I was like,
Wait a minute.
when?
Hold on, he was a myth who had a spotlight on top of the.
He was a spotlight on
According to
top
the
of the
movie,
police
John,
station
not-
for decades.
Not according to us.
Just a rumor.
Jim Gordon's on death's door. That's how long they've been working together.
Yeah.
Well, all this time, like with the Avengers and the MCU, everybody always has like those questions, like in Ant-Man, how come they just don't get the Avengers to do stuff? And I feel like, if anything, this movie was probably the first and only attempt to kind of address you know what? We can't do this. We need the best. We need Superman. And, like, the whole movie was basically just like Batman going, I don't know what to do. Let's get Superman. The whole movie was that. It was like
The inspiration
useless.
for creating the team was the death of Superman, and the sole reason he gets 5 people together is to dig up his corpse so he can come back and do everything for them.
It's terribly
And it works.
structured, but it works. It's like I just love the idea that there was a movie where they were like,
man.
it'd be like them going, let's just get the Hawk to punch it.
Yeah.
You know, it was just so.
Like, Thor, can you, like,
Okay.
I
you're not gonna
love
get killed.
that, the fact that the movie did that. We're like, we can't do this.
See, when he
be
shows up,
honest
too,
here.
it's just like,
You
yeah,
got
movie's over.
4 people and then somebody else.
Yeah.
Because what did Aquaman have to do to raise Superman? All
Nothing.
he did was put him in the fucking water.
Because he's the water guy.
He's a water guy?
Guys,
Nobody else
you're the
can
most
stand
powerful-
a fucking waist deep in a thing of goddamn pudding. He's the only person who can do it.
I've spent decades fighting crime, but what's going to make me find all the other superheroes in the world is to dig up a corpse, a naked corpse of
Wonder
Clark Kent,
Woman.
which is in the graveyard that's marked Clark Kent.
Yeah.
In a world where there is
Dude.
a Kryptonian ship that anyone can just waltz into and throw a body into and make whatever the fuck they want.
It was almost so corny and bad, like it almost went around to being like all lovable, like a cartoon. Like if this was animated in 2D on Saturday morning, you wouldn't question any of this stuff. It was just like,
Sure.
that's fine. It's all fine. You don't
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
As you're watching capable writers try to write something within 30 minutes
Right,
and make
right.
something make sense with
Right.
fucking characters just going from 0 to 60 and like in no fucking time whatsoever, changing their mind, alliances changing
Yeah.
for no reason.
It's not
things
irksome
happening.
when the villain just has the ability to appear next to the thing he wants.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Like, how
what's-
lazy can you get?
Dude, that was awesome. It made me laugh out loud. When they're fighting Superman and then the boom tube comes down and just takes the cube, I was like,
They're like, he got the mother cube.
I was
I'm like,
he's over there. He's like right there. What are you doing?
how did he? Why did he even? Man, it's like, how did he not take care of this as soon as he wanted to?
Yeah. Why?
He can appear and disappear at will.
Anywhere. Why is it now when they're all surrounding him? Amazing.
Yeah. Why does if you can
That almost made me like the movie. I almost wish they were all just staring at it, and Steppenwolf just walked up and picked the box up like, "Hey," and just ran away on foot. They're like, "Well, he got it. What do we do?"
Well, he's got the Rainbow Bridge. What are we gonna
The
do?
Flash is standing there like, "Yep, he's running away.
Nothing I can do.
I can't do anything. I guess
I can't run so fast that it would be like him stopping entirely. One day, maybe we'll get the Flash that we know and love.
But it's like-
25 movies from now, when
When
we have
they're
a
in
chance to watch him
Sokovia,
grow
and
up.
I'm going to call it Sokovia. When they're in Sokovia and he runs the wrong way, I get that they were trying to make a joke, but I was like, you know, he runs so fast, though, he could cover, like, miles, and he could cover the planet. It's not,
it's
it's
not
not like he'd be like, oops, I went the wrong way, and I can't do anything. You're the Flash, dude.
You know how many pizza he'd have to eat
Oh,
to
God.
have enough metabolism?
I got what I wanted when I said, when we were walking in, I'm like, I want Flash to be eating in every scene.
every scene.
And he pretty much
There's
is.
some you like.
That was there.
They did that.
They did that. I liked it a lot.
Like Brad Pitt.
It's one thing I said to John when we walked in. I'm like, I want to see Flash wolfing something down in every single scene, Brad Pitt style.
I mean, on this podcast, as infrequently as it is, we've talked about Wild Wild West several times. And thank God, because I feel like finally we get a movie.
You finally
we get a movie
where walking spider.
We get a giant walking spider.
Yeah, it's just as organic and it makes just as much sense. Batman has been around for 20 years, stealing Navy ships and repurposing them into increasingly improbable machines that all operate. Made up by an old man and an eccentric billionaire in a basement.
Can Batman just fight some crime? Does he need to be stopping these world-ending epic bullshit things all the time?
Yes, because
he
Wonder Woman's too afraid to lead.
That was something I liked. When Batman asked Wonder Woman why she wasn't a beacon of hope, I actually thought that was kind of poignant.
That was pretty good.
It's so little
I was almost expecting in that conversation to be like, well, why didn't you pick up the fucking trident and put it in Doomsday, Wonder Woman? You were standing right there.
Please
why did you let him die? You're telling it it's all on me? Fuck that.
Yeah, you
could have
killed
done that. I'm a
Doomsday.
guy in a bat suit. I'm just standing there trying not to get killed. You could have picked up half the fucking trident. That could have been awesome. But no, it was like, who's Steve Trevor? You got dick from him once in the 1918? What? Come on.
You don't know who that guy is?
Did you just watch Wonder Woman?
Yeah.
Like, come on. What? Just because we just watched Wonder Woman, that's the only reason that line isn't like, dude, that's 100 fucking years ago. What the fuck is wrong with you, man?
That shit's
Why don't you
commemorated
detect
on a postage
what's
stamp
going
now.
on, man? Ask Aquaman what the mother boxes are. Are you doing any work, Bruce?
No.
How many months has it been?
Hey, listen. If
This
you
Go
Batman-
ask Lex Luthor what they are,
If he did
asshole.
fly
Do your
swat-
job for 5 minutes, Batman, you piece of shit.
Zack Snyder made Batman Tony Stark in a lot of ways.
It's been happening in the comics, too,
Yeah.
honestly, for years.
He's just not a detective anymore. He doesn't do any, and he's not clever. The whole ending should have been Batman like orchestrating some master plan. When the master plan was, we're gonna get Superman to fucking do this. That's your plan?
Dude, there's no plan to unravel. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
A
It's so
monster is going to
straightforward.
appear next to 3 boxes at some point.
Yeah, right.
And just take them and then destroy the Earth effortless. What the fuck is he even supposed to do about that? They looked at Wonder Woman. They're like, you know what works best about this movie is when Ares just appears for no fucking reason and says, I'm Ares, come kill me. And then the third act starts. It's like, let's do all supervillains like that.
right. Which is
It's
like a cartoon.
ridiculous. It's like, let's not even bother so we can focus 100% on the heroes because it worked in Guardians of the Galaxy. So let's just double down on that approach. And we'll make 5 more movies out of this movie, maybe, because
I don't know.
people
See,
have an
I still-
interest. I don't
When
like.
people say that, like I think
bad. He looks cool.
I think
He does what
I
he's
think
supposed to.
Ronan's lines are great. I think the way he reacts to the heroes, the ending scene, like, what are you doing? Like that whole shit was funny. Like he's a mustache twirler, but he's not bad.
Sure.
I mean, Steppenwolf is
Stephen was a cartoon. This could have been anybody.
of the highest order. It's like he
It was
is a
almost
mustache
like they could have
twirling
been like,
nothing.
you know what? Let's just make him Darkseid, and just taking an eraser and just drawing Darkseid in.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have affected a fucking thing.
No.
Not a thing. No, they should have just canceled this movie.
Right. I don't know how you could make it work. You know what I mean? Like,
It was an
It's not
unwinnable
Whedon's
situation.
fault.
It wasn't gonna work to begin with.
why the fuck he was the one to patchwork a Snyder movie doesn't even make sense to me. Who would be a good patchwork? Who would have been a good, like, you know?
A good
Oh, it was the guy that made City of Men.
Steven Soderbergh.
Alfonso Cuarón?
Yeah, Alfonso Cuarón.
He would not do this.
He did Harry Potter. He could do this.
He's not gonna do it.
He wouldn't do
Well,
it.
he
but
didn't.
We're saying who
'cause
would be good.
That's the fucking game we're playing, John.
Neil Marshall.
Oh, Neil Marshall? Are
Yeah.
you crazy? Oh,
No.
that's pretty crazy though.
To patchwork a Snyder movie.
A Snyder movie?
We're talking. God, are you
I'd give
listening to what
Joe
I'm saying?
Carnahan.
Good grief. Let's
I'd
start
like Joe
over and let's
Carnahan.
I'm saying
let
who
John
would
in on the
be
rules.
Totally a better person to patchwork of unfinished Snyder movie.
Paul
like this.
Verhoeven. Depending
That's
on,
better than Joss Whedon, though. I
Yeah.
mean, Joss Whedon's just not the guy to
just
finish
double
this.
down on the sex and violence and nonsense.
Joss Whedon's just a bad choice to finish this guy's work.
Well, it's a Disneyfy it, and it doesn't work.
Doesn't work.
'cause there's
Yeah, it
none of
doesn't
it's
work.
necessary.
Yeah.
This is mostly a new slate of characters. What did you need to do, like somersaults to fix?
And then it's like you bring in Danny Elfman, and don't get me wrong, my balls tingle a little bit when I heard the Batman theme and when I heard the Superman theme, but it's like there's also part of me that was sad about it because I was like, why am I hearing these again now during this?
Yeah.
You know,
It's like a commercial.
These two things that
It's a
mean
video.
so much to me, like so much to me. Like, why are they here?
I honestly didn't notice, and I felt that. I wanted to see it again just because I was like, oh, yeah, that was a thing.
That was- yeah,
I just
no,
heard, like,
they're there.
it's like Danny Elfman, then I just hear, like, augmented arpeggios. As
No,
soon
it's
as
there. It's there.
It starts. I'm like, okay, well.
The problem is it doesn't
and
ever,
kinda,
like,
I guess I've heard so
crescendo.
many Danny Elfman soundtracks that it's like nothing stood out at all.
Like when Superman comes back at that end, that should have been like the John Williams theme song, you know?
I guess
And it
that's
was
why
like
I didn't notice.
They didn't do it then. It was like at another point. It was like
it was like when he came
why?
back or something, right?
It was
when he like woke up.
It's
and
when
was
he
all
was
pissed
like
off.
crazy and punching
crazy
at
for a
Flash,
minute.
and then they're playing the Superman theme. I'm like, this isn't the moment where he's triumphant. What are you doing? Why do we? I don't want to hear the John Williams theme
I
now.
want him to save an orphanage.
Right.
Then you'll hear
When
it.
he's carrying a
In the
building full of
sun.
people, that's when you
Yeah.
play the theme.
Yeah.
It just all felt so wrong.
Right.
You know, it's a lot of elements that I love and felt wrong.
Do you think that was just destroyed in studio notes? That had nothing to
Probably.
do with really.
We also
a
had like,
person's
how long
decision?
did he have to do this?
Yeah,
he said he scored it to storyboards.
Yeah.
Which, how much further did this movie even get? I mean, it's done, but like, Christ, you know what I mean? Like the whole last hour, I'm struggling to remember what the fuck even happened.
He took over Sokovia too with Vines.
Right, they took
And a
over
bubble.
like place where nobody is,
Right?
to do whatever. Take over Metropolis. Take over Gotham. Take over Central City. Take over
I
Key
mean,
City.
yeah.
You've now introduced all of them, and the villains
Dude.
routinely go to the middle of fucking nowhere. Go to a populated place.
Or
Man
I mean,
of Steel had that in spades.
just throwing this out there. I mean, how about to pay off what Man of Steel set up? You have Steppenwolf attack Metropolis, then they resurrect Superman, and Superman finds out that Steppenwolf is holding Metropolis hostage.
You've already.
And then
The stakes
he
began.
goes like, you know what?
The stakes began at
Right.
destroying Metropolis,
Metropolis.
and then the next two movies were empty power plant, empty nuclear plant.
Yeah, right.
What is that?
Yeah.
Attack a city.
This fucking movie
it
should
matter.
That family should have just been a gala dinner on a top floor of a hotel.
Yeah.
Which was filled with people who survived the Man of Steel incident.
You're right.
And then it would just been like go through their lives. And then you got an Irwin Allen movie going on. It would have
Right.
been awesome.
You build up off of the stupidest parts of these other movies, the one-liners and quips and people's personalities, but you don't take any of the plot. Very
Which is weird
confusing
because,
and
like,
disappointing.
on Twitter, I was noticing a lot of people saying, like, this is my favorite trilogy of movies. And I was like,
What?
That's a troll you were talking to.
no, I saw a lot of people saying it. It was
Who
like a
is
hashtag.
saying this and how are
I'm
they
not going
saying
to say
it?
people's names, but
We want names. Let's go to their houses.
I don't
their
know them. They're
names.
just people.
It doesn't matter. Let's
It's
look them
like
up.
there, as you guys know, I always like sort of half defend Man of Steel as like this movie that I wish wasn't a Superman
Sure,
movie.
sure. Good Hyperion movie.
Right, it's a good Hyperion movie, which has a voice and it's actually very beautiful, but it's just wrong in every way.
Sure.
But like then BVS is an actual mess. It's not defendable in any way. Like I don't think BVS is a movie that even makes sense. And then there's this, which isn't even a finished fucking movie. So to say it's like my favorite trilogy, like
What do you
what
want?
are you? What is Jesus Christ? Like what? I kind of wish like whatever he was planning with Man of Steel, it could have just went through and be done with it, and then we move on. You know?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
now I feel like we're never gonna finish whatever we just went through, and now we're never gonna even see that finished. But
Do you think they're going to give him a Richard Donner cut?
with what he didn't? There's
Story
like
You
board.
didn't finish it.
storyboards.
God.
Animated
Don't
storyboards
bother. What?
I think.
with parts of 300 that he cuts in.
Watchmen
I think
Doomsday
Zack
Clock
Snyder is an
movie.
auteur director who was given the wrong keys to the wrong fucking cars. Justice League is like the pinnacle of the train wreck he started having the wrong keys to the wrong kingdom.
He would make
Yeah.
a Rainbow Bright movie where it's about the horse that has fire for feet.
Man. A Thor movie beat you. A Thor.
Third Thor movie
The third
the
Thor.
Thor that they decided, it doesn't need to be serious anymore.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
make kind of a joke movie.
The third hero in the roster
Yeah.
is Valkyrie.
Thor's not ever been a popular character.
Never.
I mean, not really.
Most people don't like the first two Thor movies either.
Or they just don't like Thor that much. And how embarrassing. So bad.
So bad.
I was just like, dude, what can you, that's what I'm
Lost
saying.
confidence in the middle. That's
So bad.
Well, dude, it's just like we could sit here and whip this thing. But,
Yes, we could like the
but it's
opposite.
everyone's already done it, and
Oh.
it's
It's sad, man.
it's
just
pretty sad. It's not really the thing is. It's just sad.
Well, what can be done if you're a DC fan?
what can we do?
John, you sent me that thing yesterday with Henry Cavill.
He's happy to play Superman.
He wants
now
to
that
play.
He's playing Superman.
I say give him a chance because the guy.
The only thing he gets to do as Superman is touch wheat.
He hasn't done
He
anything.
just touches wheat.
Can he do something? Let somebody else try. Matthew Vaughn. I said it.
I wish I was still dead. You finally get the Superman that we want, and every fucking word out of his mouth, I'm like, Joss, just shut up, man. Shut up.
Stop doing
God, this is the worst dialogue you've ever turned in your life.
Yeah,
just
it's bad.
stop. This shit is embarrassing, man.
Yeah.
This is for children. This is so
Well,
idiotic.
it is for children. These are baby movies. Let's
This
be
is
honest.
for babies, man. It's not that hard to like make them say something cool
Or just
or nothing.
Nothing, yeah,
Just say
like-
nothing.
I wish
Batman shouldn't talk that much.
No, hell no.
He should not speak that often. He should be in.
How can they even hear each other?
Yeah, I know. They shouldn't.
They're talking to each other like they're standing next to each other. The whole third act makes no sense. They're just quipping all day. These people don't even know each other.
They shouldn't say
Batman's a goddamn
man.
serial killer.
when Superman speaks or when Batman speaks. It should matter, and that's it. It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be like
I don't not.
fruitful and multiply with speech. It should be like when they speak, it matters. But in these movies, when they speak, it's like, okay, what? It's like,
It barely even makes sense.
right? Yeah, you're like, you're Batman, man. When you say
Can we
something, I should fucking care. You
Can we
should
land-
only speak when it fucking matters.
Land on a characterization.
What?
God damn it.
Batman's is not a talky character.
I'm sorry. 1968 Batman was talky and
What are you talking, John? Where are you? in
I'm
this
saying
Where are
that
you?
is
Come on.
Batman too. Batman can be a lot of things.
Batman can be a lot of things, but the Batman that they're trying to create versus what they actually did, that Batman should not speak. He should be like the Punisher almost in how he doesn't speak.
They spent 20 years
I
making him
know
a
about the
mess
show,
where he
whatever.
fucking serial
Punisher
kills
talks
criminals.
A lot
yeah.
of that show.
which is why I haven't watched it yet, but I will. And I don't think he should. I don't think he should
different
talk that much. It's just not what these characters should be doing.
I think this is a problem, which is you don't like this variation of Batman.
Oh, yeah,
it's
we
not
never
a problem
did.
with the Batman. It's the fact that this Batman.
I think that's
you don't
always
like.
been the problem. hasn't
I
it?
don't think DC likes this version of Batman. He's changed radically
Over
from-
3 movies,
Over
he
3
has-
movies,
he's
it's
changed.
unrecognizable.
Yeah.
2 movies.
2 movies. So
I
is
mean,
Superman.
Suicide Squad is
The two of them have been.
They loved the Nolan Batman. The Nolan Batman. Come on.
The problem with those movies is not consistency. The problem here is consistency. This Batman, over the course of 3 movies, if you include Suicide Squad, has no consistency. He's not a character. He's like a murderer, and then now he's like jokey then he was like normal Batman for like one scene, and then now he's like, I don't know what I'm doing. Where am I? We should probably get Superman to do this. What? Who are you? What's your identity? We don't know. There's no consistency. At least Nolan's Batman, who I don't like, is consistent. That's a character.
Yeah.
I just don't like the character because I don't like that Batman, but he's consistent.
Yeah, well, these movies just feel so much more heavily influenced by studio decisions and last-minute retinkering. This one especially, because obviously I don't think they're going to have a situation like this again. I think, God forbid, where, second director has to come in and finish a third of a movie.
Yeah, right.
But I don't think it would have been any less disjointed because they had to make all these radical character reversals inside of a movie so they can make more movies that will maybe make sense, that maybe people will like.
Do you think
I just don't understand
do
why
you
this
guys
movie wasn't
think
just canceled
it is?
and
So this is
do the standalones and then do a Justice League movie when someone's daughter hadn't just died.
right. Well, okay.
You weren't $400
So this is a
million
course
in.
correction in a series of course. This whole thing has been a course correction since day one.
Mm-hmm.
It's a course correction from like BVS is a Man of Steel course correction, and then this is a course correction from another course correction, and so on and so forth. I mean, is there any way to actually save any of these characters? There is an Aquaman movie. That's the one that has to happen because it's already being filmed. So there's that. But like they keep saying they want to abandon continuity and then make like another Joker movie that doesn't have Jared Leto in it. You know what I mean? Not that I like Jared Leto, but it's like
It just sounds like
Where
people
is
trying
this-
to make deals, honestly. It's just like we need to lock these people in because we have nothing. We have nothing. We have no idea.
Didn't they make a ton of money with Suicide Squad?
Yes, Suicide
What
Squad
is the
was
problem?
insanely successful.
Isn't Jeffrey Johns supposed to be taking care of their fucking filmatic universe basically now?
I don't know.
DC didn't they put somebody in charge of that? A Kevin Feige,
Jeff Johns and Mark Millar was
maybe Grant
Miller.
Morris.
He got me doing it, Sandy,
Right.
like you. He was doing the Fox stuff. But I guess that's not really a thing anymore. Yeah, Jeff Johns is supposed to have that job. I think.
I mean, what is he doing? Is he fall asleep at the wheel? He's making 2 separate Joker movies. That
Has he
aren't
done
Joker
anything?
movies
But
anymore?
like, when did he jump in? Wonder Woman.
We don't know, but John, like he said, I don't believe that that's all.
Plus,
gonna
who knows
happen.
what's to be done? If you have they're making movies that are supposed to be standalone that are supposed to also build off of each other. It makes no sense. They have
mean-
no plan, and it shows.
Just go back.
They don't have no plan in the middle
Go back
of this
to the
fucking
90s.
movie.
They don't have to be interconnected.
They're throwing
They
the
don't.
rest of their
Yeah.
money at a Harry Potter sequel that isn't written yet.
Well, whatever. We're not talking about. I don't want to talk about the studio, man. Like, yeah,
I'm just
okay.
saying this is the captains of the ship. These are the
Yeah, I
people
know.
that
They
are
don't know
steering
what
us
they're
into
doing.
the fucking iceberg over and over again.
Yeah, they're trying to mimic something they should have never mimicked. I mean, it's kind of sad because I would like to see some of these actors in their characters in other things with other creators. So far, we haven't seen Batman or Superman without Zack Snyder.
Do
in
they
this.
still own Looney Tunes?
What?
Warner Brothers?
What?
Do they still own Looney
Yeah.
Tunes?
Yeah.
Doesn't it like
Jam.
show up in
So,
Justice League
Space
at some
Jam.
point?
What?
Yeah.
Doesn't Looney Tunes show up in one of these movies at some point? It's like on TV or something.
Probably, yeah.
Huh?
Trying to remember moments from this movie, and I'm really at a loss.
I would
It's
hope
just
if-
such a malaise.
I would hope if there was a Flash movie like Speedy Gonzalez or something would show up on TV, like he's watching
Yeah.
it
Sure.
or
Nobody
something.
watches anything on the TVs in this universe unless it's collateral damage of other things that are happening in the universe.
Tablet
Well,
in a government official's hand.
It was like in a better movie, like you'd hope that the way that Whedon was trying to handle Flash, which didn't work, is like he was the only surrogate for anyone in the audience that's ever happened in these movies yet. You know what I mean? Like he was the only hero that was like kind of like the one who was like can look at the whole thing and be like,
Yeah, he was a
this is
CGI
cool."
joke machine.
Yeah, yeah. Which
He was.
so far Zack Snyder was trying to avoid that, which I'm not saying is good or bad, but like tonally it just doesn't work when you add that character into a Zack Snyder movie. You can't have that character in BVS going, this is all like fucking really, that looks really
like,
cool.
geez, you
This
guys
is-
really hate each
yeah,
other.
you guys totally hate each other, man. This is
Maybe
sweet.
sit down and
Yeah.
have a Budweiser. and Talk
right.
over your issues for
You
5
can't
seconds,
add that
guys.
into that tone.
Yeah,
know?
you can't add self-awareness to a Zack Snyder movie.
I mean, like, yeah, like you, I don't know.
Why are we cabaret
Man of Steel is like the Blade
dancers
Runner
fighting
of
in
comic book
World War
movies.
I?
You know what I mean? Like that's what Zack Snyder was trying to do, in my opinion.
Sure.
You watch Man of Steel and you're like, this guy wants to be fucking Ridley Scott in like 1980. You know, like that's what he wants to be doing.
Right.
Why are we letting him do this with this property? And then you can't. You
What
can't add in
then
like the
the-
Avengers.
This
guy
is
to
the
that.
Avengers of the Justice
Right, you
League
can't
movies.
do
Like, what
that.
is? Why is it have
What
to be
if
this
they
different?
got Michael Bay? Michael
Be too
Bay
long.
finished this movie. This would be
Under
a good
2 hours,
movie.
he'd be like, "Go fuck
I mean, it
yourself."
would be something
Yeah,
to see.
it would be 4
what
hours.
for the first act?
Yeah. It would be cut in half like Gettysburg. But it'd be
How can I
Can
put
you imagine-
gratuitous shots of women in bikinis in the
Yeah.
Justice League movie in under 2 hours?
There's gonna be
Give me
a
a
scene
break.
where all the Justice League lift up their sunglasses and then like Wonder Woman walks past in a bikini.
Oh man.
The Watchtower just farts in the middle of space.
Yeah.
Can you
Awesome.
imagine the level of destruction? That'd be insane.
It's got gold chains on it.
Jesus God. Yeah, that'd be fine.
Yeah.
He's like,
It
well,
might be more of a. You know what? It would be
Gorilla
something
Grodd
to.
driving a dump truck.
Yeah. Suddenly
Smashes-
Zatanna and
smashes
Black
through
Canary
like
have to be in the movie.
I mean,
Look at
That bar
Convoy.
Paley.
when it comes, I think also, help me out here, guys, because like this might be a little bit bigger
Okay.
of an idea, but like when it comes down to it, I don't think we're in the times where people want to not have fun. And if anything, this DCEU has been a whole lot of course correcting to try to have fun, but it never meant to have. Like Man of Steel is not supposed to be a fun.
Hell
movie.
no.
And
not.
BVS is not supposed to be a fun movie. Suicide Squad,
many funerals.
they tried to make a fun movie in an editing room, and
Yeah.
they definitely tried to turn this into a fun movie. But in the end, what Zack Snyder was doing was not creating fun. He was doing something completely different at the wrong time. What I'm saying, like, can they course correct to that? And I don't think they can. I don't think it's not possible. Because,
What about Darren Aronofsky?
Okay, I'm talking about a thing.
There's not going to be a director that's going to course correct any of this.
it. Yeah, I'm
Because
just
all
saying.
of
What
these
I'm
things-
saying is that did this not work? Not just because of. We could talk about how it's wrong for the characters all day, but in the end, different interpretations are okay. I
Yes.
just don't like them, or you don't like them, or you don't like. You know what I mean? It depends
Sure.
on which one we're talking about. But what I'm saying is, this didn't work mainly, I think, because of tone. Especially now, you can't. No one wants to pay for a big blockbuster baby movie. Your words.
Yeah.
In the time of Trump being president, and it's a fucking depression fest. You know what I
Sure.
mean? Like, it's not good enough to be depressing. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
It's not Schindler's List. It's not like, you're not like getting anything from this on an emotional, deep level. You got to have
But
fun.
you're not looking for it.
That's what I'm saying. It can't act like it's bigger than it is. And that's the problem
Yeah,
with
I mean, that's what Snyder wanted, though. He wanted to do the
I know.
modern mythology
He
that
did.
is DC, because they are like, a lot of their storylines are gods among men, and that
Right,
they
right,
live in a
right.
watchtower over the earth.
which
and,
part
like,
of me likes, honestly.
I like all that a lot. And I think that's what he wanted to get to,
Yeah.
but the roadmap to get there was so bizarre. And doing it right off the bat with Superman was a bold move that just didn't work.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's just like you can't.
Killing him right after you prove he killed Superman before Superman proved himself to the audience.
Right.
You killed something before he was a thing, and it was just like, I don't know. We could, yeah.
Yeah.
So defeated.
Dude. This has been the DCEU has been a pretty defeatist exercise, has it not?
Yeah, it's like the Cleveland Browns. Yeah.
What do you? I don't know what that means.
I don't really either, to be honest
Are
with
you
you.
a fan of the Cleveland Browns?
No, I'm not a
How would I
sports
be the
fan.
fan of Cleveland Browns?
Exactly.
I'm not a fan of any sports team. What are you talking about?
Who are you today?
Yeah, where are you?
I'm fine.
You have other podcasts to do after this. You need to get it together.
I
Yeah,
got it together.
you got it. Yeah.
I wanted the coffee that was offered at the top of the
You need to
show.
talk into that goddamn
What?
mic.
What? Yeah.
We apologize. We haven't done one of these in a while.
John forgot to use a
And
microphone.
I know.
I
how
think
to
this
use
episode
mine.
is just like Justice League, though, so it's working. We've got different tones going
My
on.
man!
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's hit a bong. That
I
shit's
love
hot.
that they didn't explain Aquaman's powers whatsoever.
Hell no. No, they made fun of him the whole
They made
fucking
fun of
time,
the whole
which
time.
I love. I love it when our
They didn't
superheroes
explain that he's like-
know who the fuck. Like he
You
read his
can't hurt
Wikipedia page and then made fun of it and then didn't even get a fucking answer. Don't even pay it off. Ugh, dude.
Like, the common person doesn't understand that Aquaman is, like, not indestructible. He's so dense that he can't, you know what I mean? Like, he's actually really strong and he can almost not be hurt.
But can he talk to fish?
Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying. They spent so much time on that
Can you
shit.
stop trying to suck each other's dicks and make each other laugh? You killed people all day long up until a month ago. What is going on?
He's trying
Who
to open
are
up.
you?
He's trying to talk to people, become a little more.
Like, hey, I'm
Yeah.
Batman. Come on, I'm a good guy. I'm pretty happy.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
I got like
guys.
5 Robins now. This is
Yeah.
great. I should never have stopped getting him after that one got murdered,
I'm
and I
looking
put
for
his
a man.
statue in my
He came
room.
on the king tide, and he looks like a Hawaiian stripper. Who
Can he
never
not?
wears a shirt.
Can he just wear an orange shirt? It's like, why?
Dude.
No.
No.
No, he just has to
no.
get a spray tan.
Jesus God.
He's got to look
easier
like
to
a
bake it into his
dancer
skin.
from
I can't believe after
the
all these
movie
years, that's the
Showgirls.
Aquaman we get. Like, after all years of being a fan of Aquaman and stuff, the Aquaman you get is what?
Circus Soleil Aquaman.
Dude, he's like a frat boy.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
with
It would
eyeliner.
have been nice if Cyborg was in this movie.
Oh, we didn't even say Cyborg's name yet.
This
Jesus.
is I feel like we need to at least bring it up because it seemed at one point during the beginning of the movie like he might be the main character. He might be
Yeah.
our way in.
No.
It's all set up. I love this because they do it with Flash too. They spend about 5 minutes each setting up their little stories with their dads, and then ignore them for the entire movie, and then come back to them at the very end,
Right.
exactly in the exact same scenes where they were, as if they were like, cut, okay, let's do the other one. And he walks right back into frame, and they shoot the other one. Not the main character,
Yeah,
no
it's-
growth. to be, well, it seems like they have growth because now they're suddenly very confident in themselves and they have jobs. They're moving on in their lives. I don't know what exactly they did to get to these points, but it seems as though like one of them might have been had a little journey at some point in the movie that we don't really see.
I assume
And
that
that's a
was from
shame.
the original movie.
The original movie?
Well, this isn't. Yeah, it's not a finished thing.
Do they make?
It's
letters
a limp
back
to the finish
those?
line.
Sure.
It's like just enough that you're like, okay, and then the credits roll. And it's like
Yeah,
that's
all
where
right.
we're at. It was just like, all right.
This is an extremely long music video.
Yeah, right, exactly. It's just like, there's enough there. Something happened, and then it ended. Okay.
They had the beginning and the end. They had a story. Here's a
Talking to
chart
his
of
dad again?
Yeah, okay.
rising and falling action is setup and payoff, and that's it. There's no up and down.
I mean, part of me was just like, when it ended, I remember I was like to Sean, I was just like, all right. Whatever. It just, it's
Yeah.
a thing. I'll just.
It's a shame. It's just like, was this? Why did you do this? Like, you were so insistent on putting the whole Justice League together. You didn't pick a main character. You built the whole plot
Part of me just wishes
around
they would go worse with it. Just keep
grave
going.
robbing.
Keep
Yeah.
diving down this canon films. Get to the point where it's so shitty. I want to see
Like-
Superman punch a bear into space. I don't care.
Yeah.
They're always fighting ninjas. It doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
whatever. Bring back the commies.
Heroin
Fight
ninjas.
Russia. Who cares?
Fight Nazis, man.
Yeah,
They're doing it in the Earth X
Turn this-
crossover tomorrow on TV, and it's gonna kill this movie in terms of
Hire
quality.
Lloyd Kaufman to finish this shit out. Like, just who cares? Go nuts. If you're gonna make it trash, make it fun. Trashy.
Tommy Wiseau as Batman would be awesome.
Yes.
Good grief.
God, Tommy Wiseau is every character.
Oh, hi, Superman.
Why do you hate
You are my favorite
me?
Justice League member.
You get the whole Justice League is like Tommy Wiseau, Neil Breen, and you just get them all.
Would Neil be Cyborg?
The guy from
He'd have to be Cyborg.
You get
Yeah,
Birdemic.
yeah.
I want Tara Reid as Black Canary.
Dude, Neil Breen is Cyborg hacking into computers. It's like the greatest thing I've ever thought of in my life. Thank you.
Yeah.
That's
You're
amazing.
welcome.
Oh, at the very end, can he go like this and have the logo that Lex Luthor created for him
Yes.
appear on his chest and have it be a
Yes.
vast improvement for that one frame? I love that in movies where we get the superior costume in the last frame that they appear in.
Oh, look, he's. Oh, right. Oh, okay.
now he
Hey,
looks
now
right.
he doesn't look like a fucking erector set that was thrown on the floor.
Oh, look, Lex Luthor's Lex Luthor right now. Oh, it's
Oh,
over.
look out.
And he's Lex Luthor.
And he's
Okay.
bald. And he didn't say anything stupid for 10 seconds or anyone in jar piss. He's Lex Luthor.
Yay! Well, I mean,
Cut!
Yeah.
Fuck! You did it!
I was like,
Did Deathstroke save him? I don't know. Put
if
the
I
pieces
went to
together
the,
yourself.
Seriously, and I say this with all sincerity, if I went to the theater and the movie didn't play, just the first end tag played, which is the one where they race,
Yeah.
and then the credits just rolled, I would be like, this is the best DCU movie I have ever seen.
There should have
Just
been
that end tag. I was like, this is all I've ever wanted. It's just right there.
A minute later, I was like, was something wrong with Superman's mouth? That's probably my
Who
imagination.
cares? It was better than BVS.
I wish they did
sure.
like 5 years later and like none of the events line up. Like Batman's building a saucer and the saucer crashes and he's all sad. And then Batmite gives him a sandwich and he high-fives Batmite.
Don't worry, Batman. We'll
Yeah,
find the
it
Justice
doesn't
League.
make any sense. Or Superman, Mr. Mixaplex are just
Dude.
hanging out.
Please, Man of Steel 2 should Mr. Missy should be the villain in Superman 2.
Yeah.
And it should be who's the guy from Inglourious Bastards?
Christoph Waltz.
Christoph Waltz. He should be Mr.
I
Missy
said
Spicklake.
it should have been a CGI shrank Kristen Wiig.
That's fine too.
That would have been fine.
Just why not? That's what I want. I want Lobo and Mixie Spicklake in movies like these. I don't want it to be.
You don't want Steppenwolf to come back?
Yes.
Come on, you don't want round 2 with Steppenwolf, the greatest Justice League villain there ever was? One of the old gods that he mentions one time, never explains again.
This is how you do it.
'Cause that's how you introduce Jack Kirby's new gods from the 19
Should
fucking
we just
60s
make a
to a brand new
podcast where we
audience?
just pitch other ideas?
Darkseid
Like-
gets the gun that killed Batman's parents, makes it really huge, turns Lobo into a bullet, shoots it at this Earth, and blows it up.
What?
What are you talking
Because
about?
why not?
Dude,
Fuck
are you
it.
okay?
I'm just saying,
John's
that's
having a
perfect.
fever dream
I know,
over here.
man.
That's a good idea.
That's what Batman's going to be
God.
fueled by in the next Batman movie.
Yeah. Somebody blew up by
stupid dream of Lobo being shot at Earth by Darkseid, who has yet to even appear, but his logo has appeared and his name has been said once. I can't wait for 10 more movies to go by where the tone will change dramatically 8 more times before he even shows up.
I can't wait.
To maybe put some of these pieces together, why I would give a shit about why Steppenwolf was making a lava world in the middle of nowhere that looked like nothing.
Stop terraforming things. Like, what are you doing?
Can you just attack?
Wait a minute.
A
Is
place?
it a lava planet or is it a planet that has purple avatar vines? Pick one! Does this live on the same planet?
Also, like, when you can't. I mean, I'm not a great writer, but, you know, like, when you have a villain, give them a reason for wanting the thing they want. You can't have, like, 5 villains that all just want to terraform a planet. And it's like.
They all want to
but I'm
terraform
saying,
a
like,
planet.
why
man.
did they want their planets back? They weren't that
Arguably,
interesting
Ares
to
is-
begin with. Like,
Ares is the only one that even begins to have a motivation. Because
Right,
he's just
right.
like, I want to live a life on Earth and just fuck with stuff all the time, and nobody will know who I am. And then he just
I can
decides to
respect
kill
that.
himself
I can
one day
respect that.
by showing himself to Wonder Woman. He could have just been like, nah, just let her be confused and walk away and do whatever the fuck she's going to do.
Loki just basically has sibling rivalry, and that's why he wants the world to burn. That's
Yeah,
enough.
that's it.
That's enough. I know who Loki is.
I can follow that guy
wants
around.
Right. He wants the world to burn. Steppenwolf is just like.
The old gods are dead. I'm a new god. This Earth needs to be Darkseid's planet for him. I don't know why. And that's it.
Yeah.
And I don't have any
Out.
more time in a 2-hour movie to say anything.
Anything else?
I'm just going to appear with an infinite number of whatever.
Oh, look, he took the box.
Oh, he took the box.
It's like, aren't you Wonder Woman? Do something!
All answers
why
will
isn't
be
one of them just standing
revealed.
there watching the fucking box?
Look, all answers.
Oh my god, it's so
all answers will be revealed when a GoBot rock monster in a baby onesie shows up with red eyes. He will explain it to us. Why we're being punished by justice or injustice.
What? What does justice have to do with any of this?
I don't know.
Aliens terraforming a nuclear power plant in impoverished Russia.
It's not
There's
even
no precedent
Justice
for
League
this.
of
There's no
America.
habeas corpus. What are you talking about? There's nothing to be upheld here.
Well, who are they
Just kill this
holding
monster?
justice- who are
It's
they
a monster
holding
attacking
justice to?
Earth.
Yeah.
What is you have man? Like, there's just no. It's.
If it was a crime to
The League.
terraform Earth, it's not a crime. Look on the books.
It's the second
not a
Earth
crime.
terraforming plot in this universe.
Look.
The fourth in a DC movie in general.
Did they
I can think of
outlaw-
there's 2 other Superman movies where terraforming was a plot.
Doomsday and Superman are
think-
basically made the exact same way.
Wait, right, yeah.
Do you think? While
Isn't
they
that a
were
little weird?
Yeah.
Why
you-
isn't?
Don't you think while they were rebuilding Congress, they made a non-terraforming pact?
Yeah,
that
they
said,
probably did.
You can't terraform the planet anymore with dubstep devices. You can't. That is illegal. You can do it with mother boxes, though. That's
So
fine.
sad that like so many
You're sad?
storylines that were so much awesome shit that I love was utilized in the DCEU so far horribly. You know what I mean? Like, and now it's like
Yeah, we've already gotten like,
Like-
Miller's Dark Knight.
right, like
Returns.
stuff I would have loved to have seen like
First.
realized fully was just
Yeah.
used and like just bastardized and thrown away. And like, guess what? You'll probably never see this in your lifetime again on the screen.
Yeah, this was it. We're all
That's it.
gonna die. Like, yeah,
That
remember
was-
when they made shitty ass movies out of all those cool storylines?
The
like
death
all
of, like,
hodgepodge
the death
that
of
made
Superman.
no sense.
I got to see the death of Superman by the hand of Doomsday on the screen.
And it's
And-
dog shit
I
on a
know.
degree that makes me sick to think about.
Not that that was a great story to begin with, but I think somebody could have made a good movie out of that. And it's like, well, you just ruined it. I'll never see that again now.
Yeah.
Well.
Remember that award-winning book, that series that Avengers was?
Right.
Yeah. You don't have to do these after
Yeah, you don't
2
have
books
to.
and
You can just do
mush
what
them
you
together
want.
into a shit sandwich
You
and
can do
then
what
try
you
to make a
want.
film out of it. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, remember that faithful Kurt Busiek
be
Avengers
fair,
run
though-
that they adapted?
Let's be
yeah.
fair though.
Ultron's
Thor
Revenge,
Ragnarok is 2 stories mushed together. I mean, like you can do it right. It's not like you can't.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you can do that right. It's just they just, I don't want to. The comparison, even James Gunn says the comparison is kind of stupid comparing the two, but
they're not trying to do the same thing.
No.
Otherwise, they would just copy them wholesale and would have started making
it does
solo
seem odd,
movies.
Though,
and then
when I was a kid, DC was the uplifting, bright one, and then Marvel was always the grounded, dark reality
like
one.
Straczynski doing Spider-Man, was dark as shit.
And now it's like it's flipped over because of the movies, and it's just this weird thing now. Like, when did this happen? Am I just too old? Are we too old? Wasn't like DC like the
Disney,
kids one, the beautiful, bright, super friends, kid things?
Well, Disney bought Marvel, so DC had to go the other way.
Yeah, Marvel.
It was
Disney.
It wasn't a bad plan. It just had a lot of really weird, questionable elements that you let people's reactions completely destroy. And now you have Justice League, or at the end, it's basically Avengers Light.
What do you think would have happened if Nolan got Man of Steel instead?
This would have taken another 12 years at least. I don't know. Probably would have taken his time.
He produced it because he basically, according to legend, he produced Man of Steel because he didn't want to let them use his Batman in the new continuity.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. That was like the deal. His name basically got on all that shit. Because he was a producer, so he could protect because he didn't want them to use it.
I think he saw the writing on the wall.
Oh yeah,
initially.
Sure. They're like, there's money to be had, and that's the only idea we have.
Yeah.
Honestly,
for this sprawling universe that we're gonna basically lose control of immediately.
Christopher Nolan should just do a James Bond movie. He shouldn't even bother.
He should just do original movies. He shouldn't do it. Stop giving. Don't.
You should take original properties.
I don't want to
like
turn this into a
Dunkirk.
discussion about filmmakers and like IPs.
Why
at
not?
this
We
point,
don't
man,
want
it's
to
like-
talk about this movie.
I know there's
This
nothing to
movie's
talk about. It's not a
nothing.
movie. It's
We gotta do 12 of these a year now, man. It's like ridiculous, you know?
we haven't though, so it's fine.
I mean, we can't keep up anymore.
No.
I gotta go watch Runaways. I just finished Punisher, so I can watch Runaways, so I can get back to The Gifted, so I can
I'm not watching.
get
any of
ready
that.
for.
I'm not gonna watch.
It's
any of them,
ridiculous,
probably,
man.
so.
There's tons and tons of this shit out now.
I can't even deal
too
with
much.
mutants. I can't deal with mutants anymore because they keep either
That's a shame. I
doing
mean,
it wrong or doing it.
because
I'm not a fan of X-Men enough.
well, there's not really that much to do
Deadpool.
with X-Men in it, and it's fine. It's nice background
Logan.
noise. Sure,
Deadpool
Logan's
and
good.
Logan.
I
They're good.
just hate a teenager that feels guilty because he can make flames come out of his hands. Who gives a shit? You can make
I'm
flames.
just not a fan
come
of
out your
X-Men.
hands.
I don't like the storyline of X-Men. So.
Well,
There's not a lot of.
It's
new-
fine. I just don't like it. That's fine.
it's just kids being persecuted and
Yeah.
fucking each other.
Which should be kind of dark and grounded because it's like real. It's a kind of a puberty analogy, you know.
Yeah. For what it's worth, I think this is the Bryan Singer X-Men universe kind of done right with The Gifted. It's more
Is
interesting
it
than
in
the
that
movies.
universe?
Yeah,
God, we're
for
not
the most
talking
part.
about Justice League whatsoever.
Oh,
Well,
no.
yeah, I don't know. Did we miss anything? Let's watch the trailer again.
I feel burnt because I
they're-
read so much criticism of it and watched so much criticism of it. I feel like
Batman's a fucking
that's why
car.
whenever we do
Like,
these,
who
we
cares?
can only a week most because by the time we get to them later, it's just like
Can we?
I've
yeah,
heard everything.
It's all
and said it.
mush in your brain.
Yeah, it's mush.
Yeah.
I have nothing to say, and you're broken down by the movie itself already.
I didn't like the use of "come together" because it just
Oh my
sounded.
God.
It basically was like,
hate
"Dare you?
songs.
Hey, all you
All
fanboys,
in!
come together! Let's come on this biscuit." Then you eat it because it's terrible. It's a terrible
All
biscuit.
in.
Batman is
Oh,
a
yeah.
car.
Yeah,
That is his power.
car
He has the ability to be a car
and a dropship.
and a machine gun car. That sucks. I don't like that. I don't like how he's just vehicles.
He's just a He's just a
He's
creature in a
just
vehicle.
vehicle.
Like Alfred can do that, you know?
Yeah.
He doesn't even have a suit that would be comfortable to get in and out of vehicles in.
Let's just give a hand up for just Jeremy Irons just taking a paycheck and just being Jeremy Irons, and I'm happy for him. You know,
He is drunk every.
who cares? He's just
He's
going home.
That's got to be
putting his
real
feet
whiskey
up.
he's drinking,
Oliver
man.
He doesn't
Reed
get any of the
drinking.
negativity. He doesn't.
Hell
need to.
no, man. He's just punching a clock. He's doing his job just
Good
great.
for him, man. He's
I think
making
lives in a
he's probably
castle.
talking to J.K. or J.K. Simmons. Was like, dude, sweet gig. You're gonna show up for
Right.
like a day.
Dude.
You're gonna say basically the same stupid, warmed over bullcrap dialogue over and over again that pertains to nothing that can be
But
used anywhere, said
in
to anybody.
moments of him. I kind of like Alfred in this movie and somewhat in BVS because he is kind of this voice of like, you know what you're doing is kind of crazy, right?
You're a good-looking guy.
Yeah,
Why don't
like,
you just get laid?
He's kind of like that voice of just, you shouldn't be
You don't
doing
need to be
this.
doing any
and
of
then
this.
Batman doesn't listen to Alfred whatsoever.
Yeah.
So I
It's
kind of
cute.
Yeah, it's like okay.
For like someone
I'm
that's
sure he's like, this craft services is hot. It's awesome, man.
yeah,
Like,
for
JK, come over here. Check out these fucking Danishes. They're fucking delicious.
union tables out of control.
Did it?
Yeah, right.
Did it bother
4
you?
kinds of bagels. This
Yeah,
is
it's
nuts.
fucking nuts.
Did it bother you that they were turning the Wayne Mansion into the Justice League?
That's
room?
not conspicuous at all.
Yeah.
Who gives a shit at this point, man?
Honestly.
Yeah, it's like there's no other buildings.
It's like
why don't you
nobody
just build the
cares.
watchtower if you like skipping around so much?
You could've
build the
put it-
goddamn watchtower. Get it over with. Just get
Put it
to
in the-
where we're gonna like it. Just like they're fucking superheroes who aren't serial killer asshole pieces of shit who live in the fucking watchtower and are collecting superheroes for the Justice. Just if you're gonna pull the Band-Aid off and make a whole movie of crap just to get to a point,
Just start.
get there.
It's already
just
happening.
get there.
We have no patience as a people anymore. Just
like-
it's how the movie starts. It's just the first shot is in the watchtower. Okay,
There, we're the Justice
you know
League.
why I'll accept it? Because it's a movie. The watchtower exists. All right, that's this universe.
Yeah,
All right.
you've already done a vignette of just pulling people's files out of a folder and showing YouTube clips of them. If you're not gonna try, just don't.
Yeah.
You know, like just start wherever the hell you think it might be
It
interesting.
should be a Saturday morning cartoon.
It should.
Guys.
It's like, what is all this?
just is.
Steppenwolf? We're 4 fucking movies in. Can you get going already? Christ.
Don't you want Lex Luthor to rub on the side of the Kryptonian ship and it says
No, I want him to collect a bunch of people I couldn't name in a
Watchtower
lineup.
on the side of it?
God, man.
If you
Evil Watchtower.
Evil Watchtower.
If you were-
more dirt.
A league of
Here's a good
assholes.
question. Here's a good
own.
question. If you were a kid, right, and let's say you're in your teens, and you watched just the DCEU, you never read a DC comic book or seen other DC movies or cartoons. This is just your exposure to the DCEU. Would you have any clue that the Joker or Lex Luthor were the premier villain of both Batman or Superman?
They appear to
Would-
be one of the only ones that
No,
survived.
hold on. Answer my
No.
question straightforward.
They're basically sidestepped in the movies they're supposed to be the main
Do
villains
you know
in.
understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You would have no clue that the number one villain of Batman would be the Joker, nor Lex Luthor be Superman at all. There would be
Right.
no evidence to support. They
You
would
think
just seem
Deadshot
like,
would be like his nemesis more than Joker? Joker he throws in a fucking lake.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
That's what I'm
Deadshot he actually
saying.
talks to.
It just seems like
a Dayglow Ninja just visited Lex Luthor, and Lex Luthor told him he's gonna be.
And we couldn't even just have him be on the boat. So it'd be like, okay, he broke him out. No, he's visiting him.
Yeah.
So now it's like in this 5-second long shot, I have to be like, what the fuck is going on? Can you at least just edit that much so where it makes sense? Do you have the stupidest editors on earth?
Yes.
Can you just tell a coherent story for 30 seconds? Shit! There is a guy there, he's a decoy. Show on the boat. The guy that fucking broke him out should just be on the fucking boat. Like, I don't want to get so worked up over what a nothing detail this
No,
is,
it
but
is.
it's
It's
just
such a
that
detail.
idiocy that just pisses me off
I
about
know.
this whole movie. It's like, just have him be on the fucking boat. Clink. We did it. Shit! Can you tell, like, a coherent story for 10 seconds? God damn it.
you
it's
would
so
never
frustrating.
know. You would never know.
I don't think I'm that smart or that insightful or like I can make a good movie, but god damn it, can you stop insulting me every 5 seconds? Like shit.
What if
Ugh.
it's Jimmy Olsen and he said, "The plan is underway," and he takes off like
He's got like a scar on his head.
scar on his head.
Man, if
Yeah.
he's Mr. Mitzelplick,
I mean,
Fucking A, man.
that would be a twist.
Don't worry, Lewis. This ain't gonna come back to you.
He's
it's
talking to Lewis Carroll.
Movie Bob. See, that's the thing. We're doing this, and I've watched Movie Bob. I've watched Red Letter Media. Movie Bob said that great thing where he was like, "This is so weird because these movies, in some way, set out to deconstruct the DC universe," and it was like, from what though, and why now? You know, and why?
what?
And you don't.
You can't
Why'd you
deconstruct
edit
something you
it?
just started.
And also, don't deconstruct the DC universe within itself, because then it just breaks down into nothing. You make another movie that comments on
Bob.
it.
Why,
What?
why put salted caramel and Pepsi? It doesn't make any sense.
But
Who cares?
hold on, I'm not finished talking.
Don't you make soda
this
milk? You should know
Hold
this.
on, hold on. The guy, you're not listening though. The guy who used the DC universe to deconstruct itself poorly is also the man who directed The Thing, Watchmen,
That is
which
a
is a
deconstruction
deconstruction of the DC universe. It's just like mind-boggling what happened here.
Wait a
Like you
minute.
did that, and then what you did was they
I don't like
gave you the actual thing, and your sole goal was to turn that into the thing. You did already. What?
Bob, are you telling me that Zack Snyder?
It's always so beautiful. It's amazing. It's like honestly a fucking miracle.
Are you saying that Zack Snyder, a man who frame by frame did every panel in the Watchmen comic
Yes.
book, probably didn't understand the source
Yes,
material?
yes, of course. And then they gave him the things that was commenting on, and he just turned it into those things. It's amazing. I love it now. DC is my favorite thing on earth.
It's pretty great.
It's great.
Okay, well,
It's like the
I'm
best
convinced.
troll in the history of trolls.
Yeah.
It's great.
Wow.
He was just like, you know what? I'll just make Watchmen again, but with the actual, Superman's Doc Manhattan. Batman doesn't know what he's doing ever. He's Night Owl. He's just kind of being an old fat dude.
Yeah.
And, like,
You know when the Joker
like,
burns that
whatever.
enormous pile of money? Who knew that was a spoiler?
How long have you been holding that? How long?
Like 2 minutes.
Jesus God.
Oh boy. Well,
It's
you looking
amazing.
for? Is there anything to look forward to ever again? What are you guys looking forward to in the progression of this? Because it's not going to stop.
I mean, I'm not really
Plastic
looking.
Man.
I'm not really looking
Yeah,
forward
no.
to.
They can't do plastic. They can't do Batman. They can't do
Look,
Plastic Man.
I
Are you
think,
kidding me?
I think you could probably pull something fun off with like a Booster Gold movie. I think you could. Because you go in
Sure,
the future,
yeah.
you do the future of these crazy fucking things. Like imagine a 3,000 year
Yeah.
difference from what you're doing. It would be insane.
We know the studio screwed up so bad. It's not even worth
This is
punching
DC.
down on them almost.
Sure.
This is fucking DC Comics, the inventor of using primary colors on comic book pages. Why don't you just out Disney and make these bright, happy children's movies that are awesome to watch because you get to see really cool shit and fantastic shit that isn't connected to anything, that doesn't have to be about character, plot, or anything. It just has to be fun. Fun. But no, you fucked it up. You fucked it up and you let a sadist asshole take care of everything.
I mean,
Fun's overrated.
like Thor Ragnarok was like a goddamn rainbow in a can.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the amount of color you get from a Thor movie about the end of fucking Asgard versus this. It's just like,
It's a laugh riot.
Thor lost a world and an eye. There's
And a
some
haircut.
dark shit in this.
yeah. And then you still can't make it fun.
The only thing they lost, they took back from death.
I walked into this movie not realizing just how much of it was about resurrecting Superman. For a movie that
Goddamn, that's his whole plan.
the whole plan of the movie, it's the whole movie is about that.
Yeah, man.
It's not really about Steppenwolf.
How
It's
could it
about
be?
Superman just not
Tell me
being
three
dead.
things about Steppenwolf.
He has a box, another box, and another box. Those are the three things.
Okay.
What do the boxes do?
They have power in them or some
What
horseshit.
do
Who
these
cares?
symbols mean?
When they
I don't
crack
know.
open, is there something inside the box that is the problem?
Yeah.
Why don't I know that?
Just boxes filled with power. That's what we got. Cubes.
God damn it. That crack for no reason. And that's, man, I hate this movie.
You gotta touch the pudding as soon as the box hits the
You
pudding.
got to teleport next to it as soon as it opens, or else it's no good.
Yeah.
Power all leaks
I
out.
love that scene because it was just like the only way this will work is if you touch the box the second it touches the water. And it was like, there's no why to that. It was just like, oh, okay.
If not, what's
What?
going to go wrong?
Okay.
He'll be resurrected as a monster?
Dude, you could have not had that and just been like, look, Superman's awake. Oh, okay.
Why wasn't he part Aquaman?
Even if he missed, couldn't you just dig it out of the soup, throw it up in the air
Again? I don't know. It's just like amazing to me. They were just like, here, this is what's happening. Oh, okay. This thing the audience has no clue what it is.
Didn't this
It's going to fall in this liquid that the audience has no clue what it is, and you have to touch this thing as soon as the other thing, for some reason that the audience has no clue what it is. Okay.
Didn't this just take electricity last time? What the fuck happened?
I don't know.
It just took Lex Luthor putting his hand on a box
And bleeding
and talking to it.
And to bleed.
Now there's a goddamn mother box involved. Why? It's this same scene.
Yeah.
Dude,
It's the
like,
same scene.
how do you... How is it different rules now? Like, how hard is this? You make filmmaking look impossible.
Like, it sounds like
Like, this is so fucking hard to keep
There was no
straight.
way to do this that made sense. Yeah.
It's really...
kinda-
I'm surprised there wasn't 4 boxes in Batman vs. Superman that he was in that deleted scene that he's juggling, just so there could be 3 in this one with no explanation.
It's just like, there's a lot of stuff with like genre filmmaking, big genre filmmaking to me that doesn't make sense anymore. Like when I watch older movies, when I watch older blockbusters and stuff, like say what you will about 80s and 90s and 70s and stuff, but like they were like really coherent, structured movies.
Oh,
Yeah, man.
They were the big stuff. They really were.
Sometimes.
John, you're not helping.
No, I'm not helping because you're wrong.
I'm not wrong. Though.
I just got done watching
God.
Moonraker, and I gotta tell you,
I
that
hate
doesn't
James
make
Bond.
any
I'm not talking about that. Okay.
Moonraker.
Moonraker.
the biggest franchise.
Oh
that
my
ever
God,
hit
I'm not
film.
talking about
Okay.
Moonraker.
I just got done watching Barbarella.
Yeah, like,
Bob, what are you talking
I'm
about?
not even remotely pointing at that.
I watched Die Another Day, and that was in 2003.
Oh,
that doesn't make any sense.
Okay.
We're
Where-
not talking
where
about
are
all
you?
movies. What's
What
going
are you
on?
talking about?
Let Bob
Those
make his
are not-
goddamn point.
Those were not blockbuster movies. What are we talking about?
Pink Panther was a blockbuster movie.
Oh my God. Do you not? Where are you?
What about
Planet- are
singles,
you
Bob?
Having a stroke?
Planet of the Apes.
It's a well-written movie.
Not all of them. Would you say
The first
fourth?
one is
The fifth one.
You really think
thought the
200
fifth
cigarettes
one?
flows naturally, Bob?
I know, right? Like, what are we talking about?
What are you talking about?
Oh my God.
You think Police Academy 6
Yes.
is better than
Yes.
Police Academy 5, and that's bullshit.
Police Academy 6 is a better structured movie than Justice League or Batman
Blank Man's a
vs.
better
Superman.
structured movie than Justice League.
Yes, absolutely.
Meteor
Meteor Man is a
is
better structured movie than those movies. Like, it's not, those aren't even that good or hard. It's just like, why is this so hard?
Here's a guy. He has a problem. There's a conflict. He meets a villain.
Yeah.
He has to overcome it. There's a love
Oh,
interest.
no.
How hard is
The
Where did all
loss
this
of all
stuff
hope,
go?
and then the third act. Okay.
Where'd all that stuff go?
This fucking
It's
company,
genre filmmaking.
This company's fucking sent a second unit team to Iceland to establish
man.
a cliff shot,
Yeah.
which is indeterminable where it is. So you could have
in
said it was
vogue,
in
man.
fucking Michigan for all I fucking
yes. Good.
John's
They
getting
did
all
it.
worked up over locations.
care. No, I'm saying that's what the money was spent on. It's
Yeah.
insane.
It's not like your taxpayer money went to this. What do you care?
Which was not.
Why is the Flash and the
My point
cyborg
was
digging
just-
the grave when the Flash could do it in 2 seconds?
Why are the 2 children of the team digging up Superman's grave that is in a normal graveyard
Yeah.
My
not in a
point-
facility?
My
Exactly.
point was just it's genre filmmaking, and they hired an auteur to do it, and it didn't work. That was what my point was.
They
That was
buried
your-
his
And that-
body
yes,
in a normal
because,
graveyard.
Like Rex said, these movies make it seem impossible to make movies, and it does seem like that because Zack Snyder's trying to do this third thing that no one's trying to do, and it's just like not working, and they keep trying it.
Bob.
And it's just like it would have been just easy if you just straightforwardly made the comic book movie for kids.
Yeah.
That would have been
would've-
easy.
Are you
could've done
telling me
it.
a guy who hands you $750 million
Yes.
would like to just say, hey, I have a few thoughts about this?
Yeah. What?
I'm just saying, everybody attached to that money's going to fucking talk about. They
But
want
other
a return
but other
on the
stuff,
investment.
It can work. It's not like it hasn't worked in the past.
Yeah, if they leave it alone, but they don't leave it alone.
Didn't they have 9 movies slated on a calendar at one point?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no way they're going to leave it alone. This is a train that just picks up speed, and they just have to figure out how to put the
Just
tracks
keep
down in front
failing.
of it.
Yeah.
The only reason
the
they
train that
fuck-
started with a bad engine.
Yeah,
The only
well,
reason they fucked this up before is because they had 9 Harry Potter books already written.
they had 70 years of DC comics. Why did they fuck that
Yeah,
up?
well, the Harry Potter books within themselves make sense.
Whatever.
They do. I don't like them, but they make sense within themselves.
Magic children, Bob.
I don't like Harry. Where
What is
are
happening?
you? I don't like Harry Potter, but they make sense to that universe.
All right.
And they were written by one person. They're one person's vision. Mostly, like 3 directors really kind of just made all those. How many movies are 9? Is there 9 Harry Potters?
8.
I think
Not
there's 8
including
books. Then the 9th one is
No, there's 7 books and there's 8 movies, and then there's the
whatever.
American
It's
stuff
like
going
somewhere
on now.
almost 10. It's
Are we
whatever.
talking about Fantastic Creatures?
Yeah, well, that's number.
But that is
9
just a
and
screenplay. That's not
whatever.
based on a book.
Yeah, yeah.
No, that's based on a book.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
No, there's
Just
a
look it
9
up.
Harry Potter screenplay, and then there's a book of this.
Okay, yeah, I don't agree. You can look it up.
I'll look it up.
There's no point. There's no such thing as facts.
I mean, it's great to happen on a Justice League podcast where you
Sick
Google
fake news.
Fantastic Beasts and where to find them, which I really liked. That was my favorite Harry Potter movie.
yeah, I haven't seen it.
Yeah, wow, what a great Justice League podcast.
Maybe we'll do an episode of that.
No, let's not.
Let's never do an episode.
I mean, really,
again.
the lesson is just never talk about movies ever.
Yeah, I'm down with that.
There's really nothing to find. Just let it happen to you.
There's nothing to find anymore. There's
Just
no
sit in
inner
a
meaning.
seat and let it wash over you. And you're looking forward.
Well, maybe if they make a movie that's like about something again. This was not. This was about the Justice League standing next to each other.
It was a poster,
It was a
a
photo op.
motion poster.
Yeah.
If a poster could be in motion, this was it.
Well, they can, and this was it.
They actually released motion posters for this movie.
They should have stopped there.
I guess we should stop talking. I don't really know what else to say.
I don't know either, man. I still feel like I need to say something, but I don't know what it would be.
I have issues with the opening scene.
Let's.
What was the answer?
Well, we started with the end,
I
so.
wasn't even looking at the answer.
Oh, for
my
God's
God in heaven.
sake. Been playing Candy Crush this whole time.
Jesus Christ.
Look, I got.
John got married and then lost his mind.
I didn't lose my mind. This is tungsten. It
This
doesn't
is your
even
first-
leach into the body.
This is your first
Oh,
Mount of
boy.
Thunder as a
It's a-
married
Throw that
man. It
phone
did
away.
do something to you.
Metal. Hold on, I'm putting.
It's your first
I'm putting
married
a
Mount of
I
Thunder.
fantastic-
feel like the whole world is just going insane
Creatures.
around me all the time.
It's a
And
fantastic beast.
these movies are just check-ins to the deteriorated state of the world around me. I don't understand it. I don't like it anymore.
I don't feel mad
How
about
can't you make a
You know what?
decent movie
Okay.
that stars all these fucking people?
That's what I'll say is that BVS actually made me angry. This, I was just like, okay. I didn't feel, there was no like passion about,
Yeah. Well, yeah, I just was like, I can stop looking in this direction now. I will walk out of the
I
theater
think-
and do something else now.
I honestly think if Zack Snyder was allowed to finish this, if he could have finished this, I actually would have almost ended up liking all this horseshit in the end because I always appreciate just somebody doing whatever they want.
Mm-hmm.
So there would have been that. I would have appreciated that.
It would be nice if this like didn't have the future of WB writing on it, so they could just like make a mistake in a movie and not make another movie made out of mistakes because of that. You know, like it's not the right reaction. It's the reaction would be stop fucking making movies for a minute and figure out what story you want to tell and then tell it.
Yeah.
You have actors sitting around for 6 years with a role that they might not even do. Why do I even know about that?
I just want to point out that we're both wrong. There's an original screenplay by J.K. Rowling that's a spin-off of Harry Potter.
I said that.
No,
It's
you
not
didn't.
based on a book.
You said it was a play.
What?
Yeah.
No, I did not say that. I said it's not based on a book. I was right.
So our official review of Justice League is
that
Fantastic
Fantastic
Beasts and
Beasts
Where
is
to
not
Find
based
Them
on a
is
book.
an original screenplay by J.K.
Yes,
Rowling,
I
a
already knew,
spin-off of
that's
the
what I
Harry Potter
said.
universe.
I just
You heard it
want to
here
give
first.
some resolution to our audience that was on edge because we had a conflict.
We're screaming to an abyss.
We're not screaming to abyss. Someone's listening to this.
Hi, one person.
Gilbert, crash your car.
All right,
See?
now we don't need to name check our
Yeah, we don't
audience.
need to do
Oh, yeah,
that.
sorry.
I don't know. I have nothing left to say about Justice League.
All right,
We could talk for hours about it, but I don't care to.
I don't really.
I don't fucking care.
These are the best when we do a podcast that we don't care about.
You said you had a problem with the beginning.
I do.
Say that.
So tell us what the problem was.
What
That-
is it?
that It's
It
a
was
child
flawless, but go
holding
on.
a cell phone to Superman.
Oh yeah, that was.
But the
I know what
way
it
the
is.
cell phone was held, it would have to be over the child's head. So he was holding the cell phone like this.
And Superman's mouth looked the
and
worst
it
in
was
that shot.
framed perfectly.
His lip looked worse than the entire movie.
Did that
in that
child
shot.
have a periscope? How did that work?
Dude, I don't even know what they were thinking with that whole. What do you say? The keys.
Hope
line?
is like car keys.
Sometimes
you
you
can
will-
lose them in the couch and you wreck your apartment looking for
What
them
is this,
because
a
you're
Red
late for a
Roof Inn
dentist appointment.
commercial?
But
what I'm
eventually
saying,
you get them
kid.
again and then they're in your pocket
I
and
think
then you
it's
have
unfair
it.
to judge like Affleck or Cavill. It's like they've never had anything to work with. What
No,
was that
they
scene?
don't. What is
that-
any of this shit, man? $400 million. Can you think of what you want to do before you do it? Isn't that how you make? I've made fucking car commercials that have more of a plot than this shit. You know, like think of what you're doing and then shoot it. Isn't that how movies used to be made? What the hell are we watching? This is
just
nuts.
stuff.
It's just
Stuff
stuff. It's just stuff.
It has credits on both ends.
God damn it. It's a movie.
That's all
It's got
it
a score.
needs.
They're
It's
interchangeable.
opening credits and ending credits, and then you just have stuff happening.
It reminds you of movies that have already happened in ways that make no real. They're not palatable. I mean,
Yeah.
Make
But they
everybody
do.
feel included by writing the worst female parts ever in a movie.
you've gotten token black guy down to a
A
face,
science.
half a
Dude,
face.
Cyborg could just not be in this movie.
If they weren't gonna follow through with his plot at all, he's gaining superpowers every day until the movie actually gets going,
And at
and
the
then
end
it
of the movie, when
stops
he's saving
completely.
the world, he's like, "Hey, Superman, can you just push these two bricks apart while I do something?" Like,
Yeah.
that's amazing.
Teamwork.
It's like, what?
Teamwork,
You needed Superman to pull bricks
clearly
apart.
laid out
Okay.
stakes.
Okay, so Henry Cavill is on the ground and he says, "I changed my mind. I want to be dead."
I want to be dead again,
I don't
Batman.
think
Kill me again,
that
Batman.
was a take. I think that
That
was
was probably-
while
yeah, that was
him
probably
just
it.
lying on the ground talking to himself.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, him and Affleck are not happy.
No, they're
They
sad.
have every reason not to be. So
They CG'd his mouth because he's so sad.
How would you feel if you did P90X for 85 months and then they still airbrushed fucking a six pack on your costume?
and your face.
And then they changed the lighting, so your costume was like shit.
You look like a Party City character.
I know, like you can't do that.
Yeah, man.
You can't film Zack Snyder costumes like Joss Whedon. It doesn't work.
No.
It looked
doesn't.
like the pilot to the Justice League show.
It didn't look that bad. They have all their textures on all their surfaces. It's great. Some
looked-
His
costume designer
just
really
looked
worked hard.
It looked too shiny. It
Did
was
they shoot that
shiny.
scene on a free comic book day? What happened?
Yeah.
When,
was so
when you
bright.
routinely see cosplay that like can outshine anything a movie studio can do,
Or
it's like they
porn
really gotta.
videos.
Yeah, it's like you gotta step up your game, man.
You have anything else to say, John? Any pre-stroke observations?
You know, I feel like this is loaded now because you kind of just invalidated whatever I'm gonna say.
I'm kidding. It's a
Because
joke.
It's part of a stroke that I'm having.
Do you what are you
as
gonna
I'm
say?
talking.
Say something.
No, I'm not gonna say it.
Man,
Ending question. Out of all the live action, not animated in any way, out of all the live action DC movies that exist,
going back to like Donner
going
and
back
everything.
to Donner Superman, even going back to, I mean, there were some
the serials in the
really
40s?
old Batman serials.
George
If
Miller
those are your
shit.
favorite, what is your favorite DC live action movie?
Out of all of them,
Yeah, it's not that many,
Fuck.
really, dude.
there's a lot.
I mean, there's all the Batmans, and then there's all the Supermans, and then there's like Green Lantern.
Well, you got
and-
Steel, obviously.
Yeah, Steel would be
I
in
have on
there.
my list.
Steel would be in there.
Steel's pretty great.
Steel's a lot of fun.
It's a lot of fun.
Definitely is not fun.
I recommend it over this.
Supergirl.
That's your favorite?
No, I'm
Oh.
just saying that's
Supergirl would
Supergirl is
count?
one of them. Yep, she's
I'm
just
not
trying
counting
to
TV shows,
kiss a guy.
Not counting TV, live action feature film.
89 Batman, probably.
Yeah.
It's the most fun. It still holds up. It's just solid performances. It looks great.
It's like a play.
It is.
Yeah.
Well, movies were shot like plays because he couldn't pull anything off back then.
You just talk.
Anything he does looks like shit.
Yeah.
I'd almost say Returns, but like just stuff like him walking down the street looks so ridiculous.
I kind of like that though. I like the campiness of that. I liked how back then it felt dark, but now it's like silly.
It's
weird.
a little silly,
Yeah.
Yeah, what's you?
For me, goddamn, what would it be?
Mine would probably be that too. I mean, if I had to like really boil it down to everything, it'd probably be 89 Batman.
I went back and watched 89 Batman. I had some troubles with it.
I know. I know you said that. I don't like
Plot wise, I mean, no movie's gotten Batman right, but
No,
that one
it's
at
not.
least has like
It's not
a good solid.
But Batman
take that
is
I
in the
appreciate.
movie. He does detective work. It's his shit. He does. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. It's just weird stuff like nobody knowing who Bruce Wayne is.
Yeah.
Just little
Stuff
things like that.
But yeah, I loved that movie. Like as far as like the characters and dialogue and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I really like Superman 1, but I'm just
it's a
nostalgic
good one.
that way.
Maybe 2 for me.
I can't
See, I
get
don't like
through 2.
two.
I don't like 2 that much either.
I like
It's
2.
a lot of the middle is just very boring.
I don't know.
is
It's the
many
beginning and
villains.
end though. I love.
Yeah.
If it was
And
just
Zod.
Zod, if it was
Zod's
just
cool.
Zod, I'd be cool.
The
Yeah.
end fight scene, the 70s. It's so like
It's very silly with the
heartwarming
blowing.
and silly. And,
He
Silly,
throws that
yeah.
cellophane.
but that's what's it's so silly. And the moment when he walks out of the thing and he's like, it turns out that he reversed the polarity or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and you know, Gene Hackman's like, he was at there and he was in here. You know, like I love that scene. That's great.
Yeah.
Also, the point when he shows up. One of my favorite scenes in like motion picture history is when he's like standing outside the Daily Planet on the window and he's like, care to step outside. I love that moment.
Mm,
That's just a great moment.
sure.
I'd probably still go with 89 Batman.
Yeah.
I don't know. Superman was the best origin, honestly.
It's nothing.
And
It's
the
just a
stakes,
perfect like the first 2
the
acts.
best
are, like, not
Lois,
perfect. Yeah.
the best Lois,
Yeah.
the best stakes.
Yeah.
It has Ned Beatty in it, but what are you gonna do?
I bet he's fine.
Ned Beatty's like, hey, Mr. Luthor.
Yeah, Otis is great.
Otis is fine.
We're not talking about accuracy. I think all the movies we just said are fun.
Yeah.
In different ways.
No, I'd love to like character actors like that don't happen in these movies.
They also
anymore.
kind of know that they're comic
depressing
books.
Russian families that have no personalities and stuff, and that's like the ancillary stuff. And it's like, what happened to stuff like that in the '90s, where Richard Pryor was a villain in a Superman movie?
Right,
you know what I mean?
That was
Like,
the
Stealing
80s,
pennies
yeah.
from a computer.
you get like a New York cabbie to just
Well,
lighten the mood for a minute. Like,
Superman 1 opens
Robert
up.
Vaughn got sucked into a computer.
right.
Superman 1 opens up with actual comic book being opened, and then it dissolves into a movie. So it's like, and you know what I mean? And like even Tim Burton's Batman's, if they all know their comic book movies.
No, it's not even trying to be
And
reality.
it's not, and it's not heavy, and it kind of hits you with just that. Whereas, like, not gonna talk about the Nolan movies, but Nolan brought in that whole like, let's treat this
Real.
real, and then Snyder was like kind of the product of this,
Yeah.
you know. Whereas Marvel has kind of kept that whole like. Marvel's kept Superman the movie alive. Like that's what that is. There's like, you know, Captain America 1 is like a Superman movie. You know, they're all like that tone, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, there are Marvel TV movies that were better than some of these DC movies.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
like the trial
What I'm-
of
what I'm
Incredible
saying is-
Hulk.
They're acknowledging their comic book movies to the audience and then going with it.
yeah.
They're not trying to make it something it's not. Where I feel like DC has been doing that since Nolan day one.
Sure.
He was responsible for doing it. Whether he succeeded or not, we can talk about it another time. But it was an exercise in, can you make Batman real?
Yeah.
That's what that was. And then we went to Superman, and then everything just went to shit.
Yeah.
Can you make Superman real? Well, no. Maybe.
Of course not. Why would
no,
you?
You probably shouldn't, but okay. I don't know. I only asked that because I wanted to know what you guys said, but I think it's apparent, though, that like they know their comic book movies.
I
That's
don't
the
even
thing.
dislike that tone. I don't
They-
even think Snyder was wrong in going that direction with
I
the
don't hate
storyline.
Man of Steel, except for his dad's death. I don't hate it.
Sure.
You know what
It-
they should do? They should let Snyder pitch whatever he wants to pitch, and then as soon as he walks out with the WB executives, he has to do a Reddit AMA. I would love to see that shit because these two things will never line up. What does an executive want and what does some fucking fanboy want? They will never line
They'll
up.
never line up.
They'll
No.
never line up. These are two different animals. It's impossible. It's almost schizophrenic to actually think that you can make a movie that is both mass appeal and make the fanboys happy, or make it critically acclaimed. And
But don't you
make
feel
it-
feel Marvel has been doing that?
No. I don't think it's critically acclaimed. I don't think anybody looks at a Marvel movie and goes, "Man, that was a really strong."
I mean,
villain.
for comic movies, I think they're doing
Yeah,
okay.
but Marvel knows.
Critically,
Marvel knows
They
that
usually
they
do
are
pretty
making
well.
what they're making.
yes, they're full on
There's no-
acknowledging. Like we've even said on this show before, like something like Ultron, even as much of a mess as that is, I feel like it acknowledges itself as like, here, this is a summer super special, and it's got too much going on.
Sure.
And we kind of know it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Broken, and we know it, but have some fun. You know, it's like
Marvel's only real problem is trying to make those Iron Man 2 movies that have to link to other movies
Yeah,
and do that. Make them fun.
Yeah.
And they didn't
Well,
do that. in
they
Iron Man
haven't.
2.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
well,
didn't.
they kind of stopped doing that. I mean, Thor 3 has nothing to do with anything, really.
yeah, because
like,
Taika
if it doesn't want to.
With Taika Waititi,
And it breezes
He didn't-
through anything it does have any
he didn't
connection
want
to.
to do that.
Yeah.
Plus, they also, but it does though, because they had to destroy Asgard to get to whatever they're going to do. Asgard had to go
Well,
away.
I'm not saying nothing happens in the movie,
Yeah.
but like it doesn't
Spoiler.
need to
Shit.
have,
Yeah.
you know,
Oh, oops.
it's not like Spider-Man where the entire premise is built out of the fact that all this other stuff exists. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right.
Yeah.
Where like without Iron Man, you don't have that script at all.
We talked about it. Then we never did our Spider-Man
We never
episode.
did. Yeah, I've done it.
But I did have that big problem with like people saying this is a better Spider-Man movie than the other Spider-Man movies.
No, it's not. It's not a Spider-Man
Not that I
movie.
was defending it.
an Iron Boy movie.
Obviously, me and you don't see those as him, but I was saying like script-wise, Iron Man doesn't need to be earned in any way because he's been earned in 9 other movies.
Right.
So you don't have to write him being this like father figure.
Yeah,
He just is, and the audience already is like, oh well, that's Iron Man. I respect him.
sure.
You know, that's a different podcast.
Yeah,
but
yeah. That's like some of that could have gone on in here if there was any room for it or any foresight involved.
Well,
and
I
then
think
the
that's
other
what we were
DC
talking about,
movies,
right?
and
Like-
there wasn't.
I should be excited for Superman to come back.
Right. It's like he's been in all of these movies.
But the Superman that was alive before, I don't really think he
we
was
didn't like him, and we wanted a
inherently
different one, and
good.
we just get him. Like it's so weird.
What
I'm like, did we
Caval
just
say
complain so much that
in
this
that interview
movie
you
happened?
sent me? He said like, I want to be a Superman where you're like, oh boy, oh good,
Superman's
Superman's here, which is a feeling
beacon of
that
hope.
Snyder has not made a movie yet where Superman showed up in a scene and you're like, I think everyone is going to be okay. If his Superman I guess with the exception of the end of Justice League, if his Superman showed up, I would be scared I was going to die.
Sure.
And that's not how you should feel when Superman shows up.
Mm-hmm.
At the very least, you should, even if you hate Superman, you should be like, everything's going to be okay. This guy's here, who I even don't find interesting. You know what I mean? Even if you don't like him, you should
Sure.
feel like, well, he's going to save the day.
Well, I don't not like him.
Right. But you know what I'm saying? Like,
Who the fuck has the balls to cuff Superman? That's
know.
what bothered me
Dude.
about that. I was like, are you really going to think that little chain's going to do anything?
Yeah, just stand there and all.
still, that whole.
you know, like
I
you're
mean,
not-
all
you're
that
not gonna
stuff, while it
contribute.
didn't, all that stuff in the context of the movie was terrible. But that was the stuff I enjoyed watching the most because at least it had to do with a storyline that I sort of knew from the other movies.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the Steppenwolf stuff is just like, I don't care.
Dude, it comes
at
out of
least-
nowhere, it leaves
But at
into
least-
nowhere, and doesn't even get followed up on in the
But at
after
least the
credit
Superman
scene.
stuff is from something. It's
Yeah.
not as good as it is, but it's from something. At
Sure.
least I can enjoy that, you know? Like, sort of.
I mean, the Dark World fucking villain had more to do than Steppenwolf.
Malekith.
Malekith.
Yeah.
I
well,
At
enjoyed
least he had
Sure.
motivation.
I enjoyed him and Lois talking in a fucking cornfield more than I did the rest of the movie. I was like, this is more interesting to me, and I don't even like this stuff that much.
Yeah.
Because I at least know these characters
Sure.
and
It
stuff.
turned
you
into
know?
a Lifetime movie and Superman.
Dude,
lives
I
in
would
Oh,
be
man.
all
the
about
meaning of
that.
Christmas. I would be all about.
All about
buys a
Superman in a
beagle,
Christmas movie.
Buys a fucking dog.
I want a Superman
pickup truck.
Christmas movie.
Where he's still dead, but like his ghost is haunting the house
Dude,
that they
imagine
used to live in.
I want a movie where him and the Flash decide to actually be Santa Claus for one night. And they give toys to all the kids. Imagine that.
Yeah.
The Flash could do it with Superman's help.
Mm-hmm.
That's the movie I want.
Then they could just
And then-
stop a bunch of like sea-level villains along the way.
Right. It'd be really fun
But then
and nice.
Snyder would have it so that
That'd be
all
good.
the presents that went to Muslims.
No, he's not making it.
The ISIS
There's a
who killed
congresswoman's kid who
children.
gets a bomb or some shit.
God
Then we got
damn
a
it.
movie.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Superman could stand right there and not
No,
save him.
I want the
Jeff-
conflict to be
Jeff
that Chris.
Bezos creates like a super drone to kill Superman because he's ruining the Cyber Monday business.
I want,
Government hires
I
him
want
to do
the
it.
plot to be
Yeah.
the Killer Croc ate Santa Claus, and they gotta replace Santa Claus. That's what I want. Santa Claus is dead, and Superman and the Flash decide to become Santa Claus.
That can be critically acclaimed and appease the fanboys, I
Yeah,
think.
whatever. It's
Yeah,
fine.
It's
It's
dark.
fun.
It's dark, but it has a nice, light, childlike tone.
You can even bring it in. You bring Tim Allen in. He can get eaten.
A very Christmas Justice League.
Yeah.
Got it. Hold on. He swallowed him whole, and they need to get him out. So Cyborg has to learn medicine while they go and run.
Learn.
Santa Claus.
He has to learn, like zoology medicine.
Like he has zoology medicine.
He has to hack all the zoologist websites in order to become.
Which I think he can do instantly with his hands.
Yeah, I
if
guess.
I'm following this movie correctly.
He also has to figure out how to broadcast BT in an analog television
God.
while he cuts with the other hand, because that's the only way to distract Killer Croc.
This is all, it writes itself. You got Harley Quinn in an elf costume. You got the Joker as imagine him in like a Jack Frost. The Joker is Jack Frost.
Yeah.
It writes
Sure.
itself.
Or Fred Claus.
Right. You can get Vince Vaughn in there.
Yeah.
Why not?
You can have a whole Santa cinematic universe in the DC universe.
Go out there. Coca-Cola could sponsor the whole thing. You make $1 billion.
Grinch, you got everybody. Just bring them all in. You know?
Yeah. Summer movie.
Yeah,
Winter
Will
edition.
Ferrell could be the elf. It doesn't matter.
Superman accidentally alerts
Everything.
NORAD to a first strike because he's flying everywhere.
Yeah, it's fine.
Take everything from every movie you like and put it into one
movie
I want
about
Arnold
Christmas.
Schwarzenegger from Jingle All the Way.
Oh my God!
Turbo Man.
Please, no, yes, I want Sinbad back.
As one of the main
I want
villains.
him and Sinbad and him to become the actual superheroes from that movie.
But
Okay,
here's,
in DC
here's
universe.
the wrinkle. When he drops the
Mentor.
presents off in your
Mentor.
house, he steals all your damn
Give me that
guns.
doll, kid.
Can they do a CGI?
Yeah.
Phil Hartman.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, CGI. I would cry.
I would cry.
I would
That'd be
cry.
so. I could.
He'd be like, I woke up. It's another morning. I'd be like, ah.
Oh, these cookies.
Yeah. God damn it.
That's it. I think we solved it. If the DCEU can pull off a Christmas movie, we're okay.
It'll probably be a Suicide Squad movie.
Yeah, whatever. Fine.
A lot easier.
I want a Christmas superhero movie, and it's about Christmas. I don't want it to take place during Christmas. It is about Christmas.
So Die Hard, but with superheroes.
How about
Yes.
a CGI scene with Arnold and Sinbad? And he goes, I found you both action men, boys. I mean,
That's fine.
Superman has them both action men.
Well, he would be Turbo Man. He'd be Mentor. They'd be
Turbo Man,
actual.
seriously,
yeah.
Tell me, Mentor, Turbo Man, do you bleed?
And then he
We're going to just keep this going in every movie. It's a really good line. We're going to get some mileage out of it. I don't know why I'm interested. I don't know my own name at this point, but I know who you are and
also-
something you said to me.
They also end abortion, so everybody gets a Christmas that
Oh
year.
God damn it, John. Bring all the people from
Dude,
God's Not Dead.
I said
into the
yesterday.
movie. Melissa Joan Hart
All
and
250,000 of them.
Yesterday on
got Kevin
Facebook-
Sorbo as the professor.
Oh my God!
Kevin Sorbo is
Give me $1 billion. I'll fund.
Kevin Sorbo
I'll
is
fund
Steppenwolf, an
I'll fund-
atheist professor at a community college.
I'd
Wasn't
watch
Ares
it.
played by an atheist professor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give me $1 billion and
all
I'll
there.
fund Meteor Man meets Blank Man Christmas. I'm not gonna make it because I mean obviously Ryan Coogler should do that.
Cost too much, yeah.
Can you
Get
imagine?
Ryan Coogler to do
Ryan
it.
Coogler, Meteor Man v Blank Man
Blank Man.
Christmas.
Can you imagine
Dawn of
that?
Christmas.
The Blank Man suit he has to make to defeat this Meteor Man? Oh my God.
Dude, that's the best Funny or Die video that no one made.
Yeah.
Is the trailer to BVS, but with Blank Man and Meteor Man would have been fucking amazing. You could have got Damon Wayans and Robert Townsend to do it too.
Because it would have been BM, and that's bowel movement.
Imagine that though. Imagine Blank Man in that like costume, but a version of his that was like the Frank Miller Blank Man
And he
costume.
can't move in it. It's like,
J5, what's happening?
yeah.
The J5 would be like a Michael Bay creation. It'd be so good. God damn it.
David Alger is doing the controls. Controls.
Yes!
Yes!
He's piloting J5.
Oh
That'd be
my
so
God.
good.
Got to get with the woman first. Every fucking line. Just hammering beers. Talking about how he needs to get laid and knock some boots.
Wouldn't you rather watch that?
Hell yes. Are you kidding me? That sounds great.
Yeah.
You do a Justice League parody with Steel and Kazam.
Dude, Shaq's alive. I don't understand why Shield's just not in
Shaqs.
these. Steel should be in these fucking movies.
Steel's a better springboard than this shit. Are you kidding me?
At least he was a variation on the death of Superman.
Build out the
God
Steel
damn.
universe where the military
Bring
criminally
Steel
doesn't
back.
keep track of its weapons.
Yeah.
We should, on behalf of the show, we should write up one of those petitions to bring Steel into the DCEU with Shaq. Like, it has to be Shaq.
Has to be Shaq.
Has to be Shaq.
Everybody has to know who he is already. He just shows up and everyone's like,
The
oh, hey,
events
Zack.
of Steel the movie took place in this universe, and we will not stand for anything
Roughly the
less.
same time.
Roughly the
He
same.
was a construction worker in Wayne Enterprises, and his mother's name is Martha.
Can you imagine the Shaq
man.
Steel like trying to keep toe to toe with those other heroes? He can't even move.
Yeah, can he fly yet? Like this
Yeah,
comic
he can't
book
do
counterpart?
anything. It'd be
Hey,
awesome.
nice suit. Oil can much?
Cyborg's just
I know
flying
what he's
circles
thinking.
around him.
Oh,
I could turn my
man.
arm into guns.
Yeah, why wouldn't they want Steel? You know what I mean? Like,
My brain is the internet.
Why would he want Steel? Because
Well-
he moves around like a medieval times knight. That's
well,
why.
Steel from the movie does, but the Steel from the comics was basically like Iron Man. I mean, like,
What's he
you
gonna
know.
do? Bludgeon people to death with a hammer?
Yes.
The first guy you go after?
Wouldn't that be more interesting than? I guess we've seen a hammer, so it doesn't matter.
I mean, water god, hot chick god, kids. I don't know. I guess it fits in there somewhere.
What if there was some sort of link that linked Adam West and was Ben Affleck's grandfather?
I'm fine.
God damn it. And then
Fine.
Thomas Wayne was like, I'm going to be a doctor. This is bullshit. And then he gets killed outside.
Make a '60s Batman now. Who cares?
With John
They
Hamm.
do, with the
Already-
cartoon.
Yeah, with
already
John Hamm
fixed
as Batman,
this.
it would be
Yeah.
great.
Mm-hmm.
Or John Hamm as Superman. He could do either.
Yeah.
He could do Plastic Man. He could do anybody he wants. Everybody in the DC universe has black hair and blue eyes, so
Yeah.
be an old Robin.
We have anything else to say?
I don't know, man. I'm just waiting out the clock. We got like 3.5 more minutes, and we're as long as the movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I want you as the listener to think about how you feel right now. You
Are
know that
confused? Are you
confused,
kinda sad?
kind of sad, kind of want to turn this off kind of feeling.
You want to do something, but it seems like so much effort. Maybe you'll just go to
That's-
sleep early instead.
That was the experience of watching Justice League, and maybe you should watch it with your family.
Curl up with a glass of whiskey, some Quaaludes,
Have a
and
good old
couch,
have a good
some blankets.
aggravating 22 hours.
Teach your 4-year-old the meaning of disappointment.
There's not a moment in the movie that builds up to another moment. It is unceremonious to an ungodly degree. Superman comes back, and the moment is like, it's like a fart with the loosest asshole you've ever seen. It is so just what?
I'm a big fan of Justice.
It's just there's no ceremony in the movie. It's not like
No.
Superman is back. There's not even someone saying it.
There's
you know?
no showmanship to
No,
it.
it's
Oh.
no. There's
It's
not.
almost like a binder full of Baskin Robbins decorations.
It's like if you had a circus.
What cake do you want? Okay, that's your favorite
There you
cake?
go.
All right, the kid wants that
Justice
cake. Give him that
Here-
fucking
here's
cake.
for John. It's like a circus, but the ringmaster was having a stroke the entire time.
what?
He couldn't introduce anything. It's like,
He's got the box. He's got the boxes. What's gonna happen?
Right, it's just
I don't know.
the
Cartoon.
way the momentum of
Cartoon
the
will
movie's
happen.
just not there, and then like these giant moments that should be huge, like Steppenwolf stealing the last box, should be
He got the last
that
box.
should be the all hope is the
Yeah, that happened.
Shit.
that should be hope is lost moment, right? Is
Yep.
when he Dark Knight of the
He
Soul.
should have like
And
maybe
it's just like,
defeated somebody
oh,
to do that.
he took the box.
He's over there. Oh, hey guys, look over there. He took the
It was
box.
almost like a Terrence and Phillip joke.
God, man.
Like, oh look, he took the box. Okay.
Oh shit, you guys.
I know, guys.
The fuck now?
Yeah, trouble. We're in big trouble, guys.
Oh, right, exactly. That's what it was like. Yeah, it was so just
Aquaman, tell us how
unceremonious.
much you think Wonder Woman is an attractive lady.
You would think Steppenwolf would.
Right after I finish this Miller highlight, guys.
Should we have Steppenwolf barrel down on them, and while Superman's attacking half of them, he attacks the other ones that they can't fight him, and then takes the box?
Nah.
No.
Too hard.
He takes it.
We'd have to shoot that. They'd have to like stand around in certain poses. We don't want to do that.
I almost wish he just walked over and took it instead of boom tubing. He's just like, hey.
Fucking whatever.
So I'm going to take this now.
And we're at the runtime of the movie. Any final thoughts? Let's stick a fork in
Oh,
this.
yeah. No, I'm done. I got
You
nothing.
done?
Christmas movie, DCEU. That's what I want.
Surviving Christmas in DCEU from Bob.
Ben Affleck. Surviving Christmas 2, where Ben Affleck from the first movie is revealed to be the Batman.
I just hope.
Would watch.
I think they should do what they did with the fucking X-Men movies. Just make single X-Men. Fuck this school shit that you keep blowing up.
Yeah.
Just make single movies where people living their lives with a dumb power. That's it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to sign the online petition to get the Patty Jenkins version of Justice League released. I think the public deserves it. I think we certainly want to see it. And I hope it happens by Christmas.
This Christmas.
This Christmas.
So, like,
I think they can pull it
a
off.
month.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's how much weed.
I'll send it to you guys too. Once we get, I'm sure there's plenty of signatures already, but
I mean, there's
a couple
already
more couldn't
signatures
hurt.
for the Zack Snyder version of Justice League, which apparently we didn't watch.
Well, it doesn't exist either. But the Patty Jenkins version, that's where it's at. I'm telling you, doesn't fix many of the problems in the third act, but
I mean, she's the one that at least tried to make a fucking movie.
She didn't shoot everything in an abandoned warehouse. She didn't shoot everything in a dirt hallway.
that's
in the
like a
middle of
motif at
shit
this
town.
point. Like I just assume everything's going to happen in a big, wide, open, empty area because that's where everything happens in these movies for
Dude,
some reason.
Zack
Since Man of
Snyder,
Steel and everyone
this place-
bitched about how much Metropolis and people died, now everything happens in a wide open area.
That looks
with
like it's
nobody
been burnt to
around.
crisp.
Why
It looks
are
like
we
everyone already died.
Yeah, this is an irradiated wasteland.
Please
They're
save this area
terraforming-
that's been not saved ever.
It'd be great if they reveal that Justice League is just taking place in hell. And they've all died.
I think Zack
saving
Snyder
nobody.
masturbates to like the Constantine's like scenes where he's in hell. You know, look,
Yeah.
that's what they look like.
Playing
It's
the
like,
Dante's Inferno
yeah,
game.
what are you saving? It looks like shit.
The best thing you
Red
could do is
ash.
establish Earth 2 and just go, we're rebooting this entire universe.
Yep, yep.
And
The
blow up
actors
that
could
Earth.
stay in
Matt Damon is
roles.
Batman. He's like, what kind of terrible universe is this?
Yeah, exactly.
Ben
And then he
Affleck.
does the Batusi or whatever. It's like, what kind of a universe is that? And he starts dancing, and then he punches someone. Pow!
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty good.
Just don't even try. Just give us horse
Make
shit.
my shit dumber. Make my shit more of a bummer, but don't make this.
Just make it
anymore.
cartoons.
No middly, piddly.
I'm not going to offer any.
measures.
I don't know. I don't know what to tell
I have
him.
no. I was joking.
Just like do whatever you want at WB. I don't really give a shit at this point.
just
doesn't matter.
Do whatever you want. Yeah. At this point, just make. Just keep
I
on
got
this train.
I got the deck building game. I got cartoon movies. I got comic books. Like I'm good. Do
I
whatever
think
the fuck you
Justice
want.
League 2 should have 6 directors. Like, don't even. You know what? Make it so.
Everyone who
disjointed
wrote
it's insane.
Fast and the Furious 8 should direct Justice League 2.
James Wan.
No, like everyone who wrote it.
Oh yeah.
Give them all a camera.
Fast and Furious 8 is a cohesive movie with Chekhov's gun and character arcs. It's stupid and silly and fun. It's a better superhero movie than any of the DCEU movies. And in spades. That seriously.
Yeah, across the board. They get character
That is a
interaction down.
fun
They have a
fucking
team that you
movie
like.
that pays off in every way.
It built up naturally over the course
I'm
of other
talking about
movies.
Fast and Furious 8, for God's sakes.
Nine's on
Yeah.
the moon.
What?
Nine's on the moon.
It better
You
be.
love Fast and Furious 8.
I love it.
Right.
Yes.
Fast
now
and
that's
the
some
Justice.
nonsense I can get around.
Right. That's what we should be dealing with here, and we're not.
God damn it, they're more established as a League of Justice than
Yes.
any of those guys.
That
And
team
they're
is way better of a team.
Terrorists.
yeah.
Yeah, they're
Half
fucking
the time.
criminals. They've
Terrorists.
killed people, and I'm like, yes.
With a wrecking ball like 8 times. They've killed cops. They've killed cops.
Yeah.
I mean, Batman's basically doing the exact same thing, just driving around fucking action scenes like an asshole.
Yeah,
and
but it's not fun.
Stupid car he built.
It doesn't
Machine
open with a
guns all
scene
over it.
where Batman's driving a shitty car that he like instantly tricked out in order to like win a race in which he gives the prize away all instantly.
It's better than building the spruce goose and then crashing it.
Right,
Without even trying to land it.
Yeah.
Fuck, man.
It's like, oh, this just took the last 15 years of my life.
You already took the shield down. There's no reason to crash it. There's absolutely no reason to crash it.
How do you already know what to do?
Okay, we should end this podcast.
Let's just stop.
The moral of this podcast is go rent Fast and the Furious 8.
Yeah, don't watch
It is the
this
best superhero movie you'll see in a long time.
I just can't wait
Yeah.
till Snyder gets the keys to make Doomsday Clock, the Watchmen sequel, which everyone was asking for. Can't wait.
We'll all
I
hate
want-
when they get it.
Yeah.
I want Snyder to make Lifetime movies. Can you imagine?
Make Cyborg the Lifetime movie.
I can't put on this
It is-
Letterman's jacket anymore.
Not without the rest of
Astounding.
my body and face.
It's astounding how little we
Hey,
have to say
man, your
about
eyes
Justice
glowing.
League. We got 2 hours of it, though.
2 hours, and I don't know what's in it, and I don't think I like it.
Who cares?
So, who cares? Is
Fuck
right.
you.
This is our Justice League, motherfuckers. We're in a league of our own.
Steppenwolf should have just been Dolph Lundgren without any makeup.
Wasn't Dolph
In
Lundgren
casual
a
clothing.
human- Was it a human man? and
Talking
a-
as
and
Dolph
a-
Lundgren.
Yeah, like,
confused
it's
that
not
he's in a
any
movie.
different.
Was his mom?
Always trying to find the exit.
Was his mom the Atlantean and his dad was a sea captain, or was it the other way around?
I don't know. I can't even remember,
About
man.
Aquaman?
Like who?
They
wanted-
barely
who wanted
touched
the
that
fish-
stuff.
Did he want fish dick? I mean, what happened?
No.
Pretty sure Aquaman is just a full-on Atlantean.
But he'd
No,
never
no,
been
his
to Atlantis.
mom he's a half breed.
That scene was his first trip to Atlantis.
What?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
No.
Yeah.
They said that?
You might be confused because everyone knows who he is, and he knows who everyone is, and what the mother boxes are, despite never being in Atlantis before.
He's the only
Apparently.
Atlantean with highlights. Of course they know who he is. He's the one who's.
That's what's true.
I would say I want to watch the movie again so I can get
He's
it.
just-
Dude, I
Scotty
kind of wanted to
Stinks
watch
of
it again just because I couldn't
Michelob
remember so much of it before we did this, but I can't. I'm not going to spend money on this fucking thing.
I'll
It's
watch
garbage.
it when I can watch it for free.
Yeah, I'll watch it again for free, but man.
Justice League.
Justice League
In theaters now.
came out on my birthday, and I wish I was never born.
Yeah. Happy birthday.
Fuck you.
This is your birthday gift.
Oh, well, I don't want it. Take it back.
And Young Justice has been canceled forever.
Oh, fuck. That would be way worse.
All the funding for Young Justice went into this, so.
Re-electing Donald Trump.
And re-electing Donald Trump. This movie exists because Donald Trump exists.
Oh, that sucks. I wish he didn't.
Your committed endurance through a Mound of Thunder has been roundly appreciated. Subscribe to Thunder Grunt on iTunes for the continued once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to hear straight white males review Hollywood's biggest cocaine fundraisers.